Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's your man, J. Adams, man. West Coast Heavies TV podcast. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Another weekend, man. It's been a blessed week, man. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's had a wonderful and fabulous week, man. We're going to get into some updates real quick. We got a real exciting guest today, my man, Todd Smith, producer, manager, Beat Punisher Productions, also the program director for West Coast Heavies TV podcast. Got him coming up at the 3 o'clock hour. We got Cheeky Moments with Cheeky M coming up at 2:45. So we're going to get into it, man, right now. You know how we do, man. We just liking, sharing the podcast, and, of course, subscribing to the channel, the Biz Entertainment Network, man. So everything is good. Appreciate my man Biz being over there in the studio with us, man. Really excited about what's going down and everybody checking us out. So, man, at the end of the day, man, we want everybody to come and be a part of the West Coast Heavies TV podcast. You got anything going on the West Coast, man, and you want to talk to us about it, you want us to promote something, it's very easy to find me or my management team on social media. It's very easy. You just go to J Adams WCH on social media. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. Maybe Facebook you can find my team, but I'm really on Instagram on West Coast _HEAVIES or J Adams WCH. And that's always just with the letter J, Adams WCH, man. It's really a blessing to be here with y'all on this Sunday. Always give all praise to God, man, as my mentor, Mr. Steve Harvey. Every day for me, man, it's a blessed day above ground. So if you know me, man, you know a little bit about my story, man. Just being able to be in front of the people one more time is a blessing, man. So I give all praise and honor to Christ, my Lord and Savior, man. So let's get into it, man. Last week, man, was a joyous week. We're still getting ready for BET Awards 2023 this June 23rd and 24th, man. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a celebration. We're going to be really celebrating the 50 years of hip-hop fundraising for Compton Community College, man. We need to give it up for that. That's a big move. That's a big move for the city, man. It's a big move for my company. Big move for all my people, man. Fundraising for Compton Community College, raising dollars. Want to thank Billboard and Ebony Magazine already coming on as our media partners, and got to give a big shout out to my publicist, man, Miss Erica Lane, our boy Marshall Entertainment with the venue over there in Rose, and all the people at Mayfair Hotel, man, on 7th Street. So it's going to be an awesome situation. We're going to have celebrities in the building. We're going to be saluting. And I can't wait to be able to tell you guys exactly who we're going to be saluting. And as soon as I can release all of that, man, I will. But you're going to want to be in the building. If you got products you want to get at us, again, it's J Adams WCH on social media. Check me out. Also, man, just email West Coast HEAVIES 101, the number 101 at gmail.com. Products, man, you got a wine, you got books, you got music, you got merch, whatever you got, man. Friday, June the 23rd and Saturday, June 24th in Los Angeles, the Mayfair Hotel, BET Award weekend. The man producing, Erica Lane producing. You're going to want to be a part of this event, man. It's going to be legendary. So, man, I'm excited about the sponsors tapping in. We're getting ready to hit off in April, so we're getting ready to go heavy with the invites. We're getting ready to go heavy with the promo. So tickets will soon be on sale. I'll be able to release all that information. But until then, like, subscribe, and share the podcast. Biz Entertainment Network. It's your man, West Coast Heavies TV, man. Man, now to a little bit of tragedy here in LA, man. Just real quick, because I don't like spending my time on tragedy, but we did have a killing out here, man, on Imperial. Had a friend of the family's give me a call, so I just want to give a big shout out. I don't like saying names and stuff like that, man. You want to know more about the story? I got a lot of my commentary that I'm doing on my blog. You can always tap in with me. I can give you that, but you know what I'm saying, to the young man that lost his life, man, the Uber driver, man, we want to send out prayers and condolences to his family, man. As far as I know, he was a father of two. So, you know, since this killing, they didn't do anything but dump his car Didn't even keep the car, man. They robbed him basically. So they killed him to rob him. So you know what I'm saying? There's some sad things going on, but man, this is where you can always find your positivity on Sundays, man. If you need to be uplifted, you need to have something shared with you, man. I'm your man, A. Adams, man, West Coast Heavies, man. So yeah, man, we're getting ready to come up with cheeky moments, man. Um, you never know where Cheeky gonna be, man. Cheeky be all over the place. We know yesterday, man, she was at a car show. She had a big car show of her own with Pure Promotions. Shout out to Pure Promotions. She has a big car show coming out this summer, man, in September. So glad she was able to make it to another car show supporting. So she's doing something close to my heart, man, which is about the veterans. You know how I love my veterans, man. So I'm always giving props to my veterans. And also, man, you know we do project management over here at West Coast Heavies, full production company. Go check us out, West Coast Heavies, West Coast HEAVIES.com. Everything we do, man. One of the biggest things we do is keep your social media on point. We have social media managers, man, for as low as $8 a day. I don't know if we can really find a deal like that right now. It's kind of cracking. So that's something my team sent me a little bit earlier. So we got that cracking. They also wanted me to talk about some of the PR stuff that we got going on as well, man. So we got some blogs going on right now. So if you're interested in getting some blog placements, you know what I'm saying, for your music. And we're going to be talking to my boy Todd Smith, man, a little bit later. I'm going to be bringing that up. Why blog placement is something that's very much overlooked by a lot of artists. Why blog placement is overlooked by a lot of artists. But we're really going to be talking about that coming up soon, man, when we bring up Mr. Todd Smith. So I want you guys to tap in, man. All you managers out there that, man, you know, this is your opportunity, man. It's difficult to catch me, as some people say. You know, I'm not on another level. I'm just on another level, man. I am honestly busy, but I spend my time to be here every Sunday. So a lot of times when you hear me dialoguing, I'm answering these questions that I'm getting on my DMs, that I'm getting in my emails. I really try to take this time, you know, for this podcast, man. So it means a lot to me that you guys take your time and that you check me out each and every Sunday here, 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My guests normally arrive about 3 p.m. in the afternoon, man, or in the building. So a lot of times, man, I get questions about music management, music marketing, and I get asked different various questions. You know, people look at me and say, man, okay, you've been in the game for a while. You got a lot of knowledge, Jay Adams. We really want to tap into your brain. Well, you know, you can always hire me as a consultant. You can bring me on as your project manager. I deal with everything, man, from the streaming services to radio, BDS, tours, merchandise, everything that you can need, man. Social media, videos. I have a video team, video marketing team, video servicing team. I have everything you need except the money to give you to do it for you. You must bring your own bag to the table or have an investor. It's the same thing as with a label. Only difference, I tell people what a record label is, man. A record label is only a bank with a marketing plan. That's it. So you come to West Coast Heavies, I got the marketing plan. You got to bring the bank. So we don't invest in artists, but this is an investment here. So my lawyer likes to say, we do invest in artists. We provide a lot of tools and services that artists can tap into, man. So we're really going to get hype upon what we got going on with Billboard magazine coming up with BT. That's going to be a hype thing for artists, man. It's going to be really a hype opportunity for any artist that we deal with that's interested in getting on a bigger platform. Billboard is one of the largest platforms in music, you know, both print and digital. So we're really excited about getting featured on Billboard Hip Hop, and we're really excited about the opportunity that we have right now to work with them as a potential partner moving forward and some of the other things that we're doing for artists, man. So we're really excited about that, man, and excited about what we're able to do and how we're able to help artists, man, because the biggest thing that I look to provide is how to be able to help artists. Now, another thing you can find out about me, man, a lot of people have been asking, like, Jay, once again, I get this question I'm looking at. Jay, what's going on with you on the West Coast, my guy? I see you working, man. Salute. Hey, salute back to you too, Oliver, man. So, Jay Adams, WCH, man, you could always tap in with my management, man, Jay Davila. He's always on Facebook. So, GQ.shop, man, is the biggest thing that we got going on now for tech and artistry. So, tech and artistry, man, GQ.shop. You want to check that out. That's JIKU.shop. So that's where we invest our time, our energy, and our efforts into technology when it comes to artists getting involved in the metaverse, artists getting involved in cryptocurrency, artists getting involved in NFTs, different ways for artists to make and then reinvest their money that they make. So I'm going to go through that. Part of my team just sent me to Dirty Center Tour 2023, alternative hip-hop artists. Our man, Mr. Biz. Dirty Harvard is going back out on tour in July, so it would kick off July the 20th in Portland, Oregon, the 21st in Montana, the 23rd, Victor, Idaho, the 25th, Denver, Colorado. Then July 27th, he'll be over in Phoenix, Arizona, the 28th, Las Vegas, Nevada, and then he's coming here, LA, to Beverly Hills. Biz, Dirty Harvard, the band, the man, the myth, the legend will be in Beverly Hills July the 30th. So we don't want to forget to mention that. Just going through some things right now. And then you can also catch Jay Adams and the crew, CPM and the crew, on the Jay Adams West Coast Heavies podcast talk show. It's live on GQ's network, on the GQ.shop network. And you can get your advertisements here too, man. Where it's at, it's coming back the 23rd of April and Cinco de Mayo weekend. So we should have that flyer by next week for you. So where it's at is back in Long Beach. The last one was very successful, man. It was a very successful show. So I've been getting a lot of calls, man, and hit up, man, about my man Jay Long that we had a couple weeks ago, man. And I want to tell y'all, Jay Long, the entertainer, is a very exciting dude. He's got a lot going on and a lot coming up, man. So we really want to get ready for him, getting ready to bring him to the table, man. And you know what I like to do, man? I always tell people, man, once you've been on this show, you're part of the family. So I always invite my artists to come back, man, our entertainers to come back, business owners to come back. So it's going to be a real dope situation, man. You ought to hear some of the things that my man Jay Long, the entertainer, is got coming up. And one thing we still got on the table, man, is we still got the Little Boosie features. Artists out here from California, man. Truth Empire, they're doing some business with Boosie right now. I think his grand opening is doing the fight. I know it's doing the fight in April. I don't remember if it's the 16th or what. Don't quote me on that. If you know how to hit me up and find out about it. But he's going to be there for Boosie's grand opening. And he and Boosie, man, got something special coming for y'all too, man. So you're going to want to check that out. So, yeah, man, back to Jay Long and the interview we did, man. I appreciate the comments that I get throughout the week, man. It was a great interview, man. It was really awesome to have that brother on the show. So now we're just looking to get him back on there and to really see what else he got coming on, man. He was like, hey, Jay, I got some exciting things on the way, man, coming. So I was just like, wow, let's get it in. So once again, man, we got Todd Smith coming up, man. We're a little behind today. Appreciate y'all being patient with us, man. It's 2:54. So as soon as we get Cheeky M in, we're going to be hitting Cheeky Moments, and then we're going to bring in producer, manager Todd Smith, also the program director for West Coast Heavies podcast. So you can send the music to me, send it to Cheeky, whoever. It's going to end up being in Todd's inbox, and we'll give Todd the day to drop his email and stuff, man. One important thing, man, to like the show, man, share the show. I like to say, man, this is all things West Coast Heavies, everything heavy going on out here. And then coast to coast heavies, man. I bring on my heavies from around the country, some from even around the world. But this is a heavy show, man. There's nothing light on this show, man. This is where you come to get all your heavy information, heavy knowledge, man. Always dropping knowledge. One big thing my team just hit me to not let y'all to forget, man, tap in with our advertising. We have some of the best advertising rates going right now. So whether it's Spotify promo, whether it's YouTube promo, whether you need a voiceover, whether you need us to do the commercial for you or just advertise the commercial, man, you get a lot of likes, get a lot of eyes and eyeballs on your product or service, man, on your music. So tap in with that as well, man. So I didn't want my team to forget that. And shout out to my man right now, Dusty the Rapper, doing some big things with the Palms Hotel. That's another big thing we're going to be talking about probably next week. My team just wanted me to mention it. They want me to give away all the goodies. Want to keep y'all coming back, man. You know, we always got something on this show. So miss a Sunday with us, you got to go back and watch it on YouTube, man, because more than likely you've missed something. So, you know, we do got Dusty the Rapper. We're going to be interviewing him soon, man, as soon as it works out with his schedule and our schedule. So I'm just waiting on that to happen. But we got some exciting things ready and coming for you. So at the end of the day, man, you know, it's a big look for what my man Dusty is doing, man, as a social media influencer, man. He's really blowing up on Instagram. He's all over the place doing his thing, man. So we want to give a big shout out to LC1 PR, my other publicist, Cindy Marquez. Appreciate everything that you're doing for the brand at Tea Time the Lion. And I need to start seeing Biz the entertainer. I'm not asking about that first, but man, Biz is not just a rapper, singer, drummer. He's an entertainer, man. If you ever seen Biz live, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen Biz live, you missed out. So don't miss out on that tour, man. Coming up soon, man. Don't miss out on this tour, man. Wherever you are in the country, man. And soon he'll be out the country again. So wherever you are in the country, man, you want to catch Biz on his tour next, man. The Dirty Center Tour, man, 2023, man. It's going to be a hot tour. If you've never seen Biz live, you're going to be in for a great show. I got some people already hitting me up from different cities and different states, man, about this tour. You know, we can't get everywhere right now, but, you know, the places I named earlier, we definitely going to be there, man. So we want y'all to check this out. Shout out to all our guests. My team just hit us up with that. Shout out to all our previous guests, man. You know who you are. Like I said, you always a friend. You always family, man, over here at West Coast Heavies TV podcast, man. So tap in, man. I just had another question about the 50 years of hip hop. This is just Cassandra. Okay, Cassandra. The 50 years of hip hop gifting lounge. Yes. We still need sponsors and vendors. This is what I want to tell you guys about that, though. I appreciate the emails, the texts, the DMs, right? But for that, BT, you really want to get at publicist Erica Lane at gmail.com. Publicist Erica Lane at gmail.com. She has all the information. I stay in my lane. She got her lane. You come over to my lane, you might get missed because I might miss the email or I might miss the DM. But I try to catch everything, man. I'm not perfect. Charge it to my head, not my heart. I'm not perfect, but we do still have openings for sponsors and vendors for the 50 years of hip hop gifting lounge doing BT weekend with our media partners, Billboard and Ebony Magazine. Man, I can't wait. Don't meet me there. You best beat me there because you might not be able to get in, man. And you don't want to wait till the last minute. I tell you guys all the time who are not from Los Angeles, man, it gets kind of crazy BT weekend, man. A lot of people are converging on the city, man, to get involved with that weekend. So it's a big weekend, and I want y'all to tap in. Stay tuned, man. I can't see you yet, Tiki, but getting to you right now. Give us a second. How y'all feeling, man? Hope y'all enjoying the show, man. Hope y'all enjoying being here as much as I'm enjoying being here, man. Again, it's your man, Jay Adams, man, on the West Coast Heavies TV podcast, man. Like, share, subscribe to the Biz Entertainment Network, man. By the grace of God, man, we going higher and higher, man. So we all feeling real good about that. And people, Angels Clubhouse Empire. We're live now. Just let them know we're live now. And to Cheeky, this is what I've been telling you. We gotta get us. We gotta get us another producer. Yeah, we gotta get in the studio production. We'll make it happen though. Just bear with me, y'all. Y'all chill, vibe with the music. We'll be right back. Okay, we back. We back. We back. We're about to get it in, man. You know how it is in the studio, man. Whether you've done live entertainment or not, we're back, man. We getting everything together. Like I said, we gonna hit y'all with cheeky moments, and then we're gonna bring up Todd Smith, producer, manager Todd Smith. We know he got a lot of people been checking in, looking for him to come in, man. So we just waiting on producer Todd Smith, man. We're gonna bring him on. Sorry to keep y'all waiting, man. We do apologize, man, from the team. Hey, but it's all good, man. This is what live entertainment is all about, man. If you don't know, now you know. If you've never done it before, then now you know. Live entertainment at its best, man. So we got Angels Clubhouse, man. Yeah, we're live now. Check us out at the last link we're sending you. The last link we sent, we're live. So you can check us out now. You can send it to your artist and you can let your artist know what we got going on. So it's the last link sent. And I appreciate you tapping in. The last link sent. Man, eventually, man, I'm going to have another intern doing all this, man. I'll be multitasking. But, you know, my daddy used to always say, man, bosses don't make excuses. You know what I'm saying? You don't worry about who ain't there. You just get it done yourself. So the Angels Clubhouse, the last link sent to you. And I always tell people, man, I appreciate the support because you could be anywhere, but you're here with me. Cheeky, what's going on with you? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself? What's going
Oh
on?
man, everything is good, man, because God
It's
is in
emotions.
control. Yeah, up here with cheeky moments, man. So we got my man Todd Smith in the back, man. Hey, let's get in with cheeky moments, man. Let's see what part of the world she's in, what she's got going on in her part of the world. Holla at her, girl. It's on you.
Well, right now I'm in Orlando, Florida. I actually had a couple of car shows that I had to attend this weekend, getting ready for the big car show that's in September. Well, actually Labor Day weekend extravaganza that I say is going to be from August the 31st to September the 3rd. We're going to have, I mean, it's going to be amazing. But where I'm at now is in Orlando, Florida, and I mean, it was amazing. I did a little bit of live stuff on IG today just to show about the classic cars that they have out here. I mean, there's amazing cars out here, man. I'm just excited about this event that's going to be going on. I also want to get into talking about business today and relationships today, you know, and is we good? Hello? You
Oh
there?
yeah, we can hear you fine. Good
I
on
can't
this, man.
see.
This is your cheeky moments. We tapped into you right now. We good.
Okay, you know, you never know where you're gonna get me at. I can be out in the park, the pool, in the car, you know, anything. It's always cheeky moments with cheeky.
No
Cheeky
doubt, no doubt.
definitely. And so, like I said, right now I'm in Orlando, Florida, hanging out. I got a couple of events I had to attend this weekend. Out here, just a couple of car shows that I attend, just to, you know, get some vibes of how I want, you know, this event in September to go down. You know, on the other aspect, I mean, I have a question for you guys, relationship wise. I mean, how would you feel if a woman brought you flowers as a man? How would that make you feel if a woman brought you flowers?
Well, me personally, if it ain't no cigar and cognac, don't buy me no flowers.
What the hell? What kind of stuff
Hell
is
nah, don't buy me no damn flowers. Don't buy me no roses unless it's that green flower that every now and then calms my nerves. Don't buy me no roses. Nah, nah, nah. I ain't with that.
That's not right though. What if you know we was being thoughtful and it was like, damn man, you know, I wanted to buy my, you know, some appreciation. So what to be cognac, you said, and a cigar?
Man, I'm from the hub and dub, Compton all day. Don't bring me no flowers. That must be some other type of shit. Don't bring me no flowers because I probably will divorce, undate you that day. Yeah, 100. Don't bring me no
That's a
flowers.
mess.
You got men out here getting flowers from you, girl. I want to hear more about this one.
What? I just was asking,
Elaborate.
listen, I was just
Mhm.
asking a question, you know,
I like that one.
I just wanted to know how you would feel if someone what they thought about you and brought you flowers. And I understand, you know, I guess it's not a man, it's not masculine to buy a man flowers, but I feel like if you appreciate them, you might be thinking about them. You might think, you know, at
I
the
ain't
end.
mad at you. I ain't mad at him either. I'm just like, don't bring me no flowers because I'm gonna be disrespectful that day. I ain't gonna try to be, but I'm gonna be real disrespectful. You're gonna get that look like.
What really? Really? I
Yeah.
mean, the reason being, you know, a friend of mine was telling me a story. I mean, telling me a story about at dinner. You
Okay.
know, you know, I was just like, well, you know, like, how would you feel if, you know, they brought you some flowers? And I was like, well, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's a thoughtful gesture. I would never think the man would be offended about you getting them some flowers.
I
Like,
didn't really say offended now, G. I didn't say offended. I just said, I'm from, everybody that knows me, no, I ain't gonna want no flowers. But like if one of my homeboys was like, hey man, my girl did something real nice. It was my birthday. And we went out and I had some flowers on the table at dinner. I would look at him though.
okay.
I would look at him like, you had some what?
Some flowers.
Negro, did you say some flowers? Yeah, I
So
probably would look at him. I ain't gonna lie.
you
I ain't
gonna
gonna lie, but that's interesting, man. I want people to tap in on that one because I could just be too over the top with it, but I
so hard.
really want somebody to tap in on that one. I like that one though.
But my thing is, who said that a woman can't buy a man flower? I mean, in my eyes, I look at it like this. You know, we always have stereotypes about what is what. This is what the world created. So buying a man flowers, you saying there's something wrong, but you can buy a woman flowers. I don't get that. You know, if you're in a relationship and you might have thought of a person, even if it's flowers and cognac. You feel what I'm saying? My thing is, I feel like flowers are a beautiful thing. I don't think they're just stuck to a woman. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like if in a relationship, you may appreciate the beauty in the flowers. You may appreciate the beauty in the relationship. You may appreciate how this man treats you. You may appreciate that the man do bring you flowers. I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? I just feel like, it's something that's different that you don't never see, a woman do that. But I just feel like a man should not feel like they're soft or feel like, oh, she brought me flowers, like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, flowers are a beautiful thing, and that's just my opinion about it. But I understand as a man and several other men, they might be like, what the fuck, like flowers? You could have bought me, like you said, cognac or a cigar.
Man, my thing is this, man, on the level I'm not, but you know what though? That's why we say, man, this is cheeky moments, man. Like I say, I told y'all earlier, you never know what's gonna come out of her mouth, where she gonna be at. I am not mad. This is your segment. My thing of it is, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a whole different arena. But hey, man,
But you know,
I can't smoke it, if I can't drink it, if I can't drive it, I'm kind of cool on it.
In relationships on this Sunday, this is family day,
right?
So we're gonna, and it's cheeky moments, and so my thing,
right,
you know what he's gonna bring to you. You feel what I'm saying?
Never know.
I don't know.
Never know.
You know, I gotta bring something different. You know, people don't think like that. So I just wanted to ask the question from, you know, another man, because, you know, like I said, I had a friend went out, you know, we went out to eat, and I was just thinking, like, you know, it was a conversation that we had, and I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna ask America about the question. Because it's cheeky moments. And you already know.
I like that. Okay. I like that. So what was his response to that?
I mean, he probably responded the same way you responded.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, well, he responded the same way you know, he responded the same way you did. But we're gonna move on to some business. That was a little something to throw in there to get it excited. You know, but we're gonna get on to business, you know. As of lately, I've been doing a lot of, you know, revamping peer promotions and getting all the business things together. And I found that it was a lot of kinks in the role of getting some things, you know, and getting some knowledge. And that was one of the things that I want to talk about, you know, opening up, or not only just starting a new business, just like old business, where a lot of things change from years ago, where you have to do things a little bit different, I found out. And
go ahead.
No, I got
you got thrown off by that, huh? I know I got thrown off too. Hold on. We listening though. Go ahead.
I heard some noise in the background, but you know, I just had to realize it was a couple of challenges. I had to realize that, you know, some people don't like to work when it comes down to this business. I had to find out some things wasn't put in right, and I had to go and redo some things with business. But tell me about this new artist that we have coming on this show, like as far as the new artist, the guy that's coming on, Dusty. I mean, what's going on with him?
Oh man, this is my boy, man. It's like a privilege and an honor, man, to even have him on the show, man. It's my boy Todd Smith, man. 1-5 producer, manager, program director for West Coast Heavies, man. We did a show, man, that he created a few years ago, man, called Empowering the People, man. And it was such a great program he created. You know, we did it every Monday night at 8:00, and it was crazy because, you know, he got a family, he works, he produces. You know, the man is like a utility man, like for real, like he gets it in. So the dedication, man, that he gave, you know, and I mean, he's so smart. When I got this opportunity to produce this show with Biz Entertainment Network, man, he's the first person I called when I first thought about coming back to radio. Because the biggest thing with radio, what a lot of people don't understand is, I've learned this from working from Tavis Smiley, working under Steve Harvey, Tom Joyner, KJLH. I've been everywhere, man. And one biggest thing that I've learned from all of these great radio programmers and radio stations is you can do what you want to do and try to do things on your own, but you need a good team, you know. And as smart as I am,
right,
I realized that I needed somebody who could do what I don't always have the time to do, you know what I'm saying, which is find artists, book interviews, and find new music, man. And you know what I'm saying?
How long has he been doing business?
Ooh, man, I'm gonna let him tell y'all that, man. But he's been in business, man. He's been doing his music production company for, I know probably about longer than 10 years, man. He's been doing it for a minute, because he's not just because he has a production company, makes beats. He's a manager also, and then he's a co-owner of a record label. So he's and then now he's West Coast Heavies podcast program director. So that's 4 jobs I know he has. So he's been doing, I think this is his 3rd time doing podcasting. I think he's done it once before. Okay. This is his 3rd time doing it, because he did it once with me, and now he's doing it again. So his production, man, like I told him, you know, Lance, like there's so many lanes in the podcast world, you know, and we're gonna talk about this again with him. But like this one lane that I was telling him, just we've been talking the last couple of weeks about sync licensing, and we're gonna get into that in a minute. But the biggest thing that I was telling him, like with podcasting, there's so much you can do because you can create your own music, and then you can create your own soundtrack. So one of the things me and him been talking about doing, I think I mentioned this to you. I think I did, but
yeah. Well, this is Todd, right? We interviewing Todd, or is it?
This is Todd as what he does as a producer and as a manager.
What is that there? Look, let me stop being nosy. So where is he from? Where is he from? Where are you from?
I'm gonna let you ask him that. As soon as we get ready, I'm gonna let you ask him that.
Yeah. So is that something healthy there, sir? Mr. Dad, something. Home is I get to ask whatever I want to ask,
Hey, that's a little elixir. That's a little elixir, you know what I'm saying? A little wine. Jesus did turn water into wine. I didn't turn it into wine. I didn't turn water into wine. I just poured it out of a bottle. Put me a little shot of vodka up in there, you know what I'm saying?
Homemade wine.
Man, that's some homemade wine with a little bit of help. You heard me?
A little twist in there. Well,
just a little twist, man. You know what I'm saying? Not that much of a twist, but just a little bit of twist, man. So yeah, we're gonna get into the interview, man, with my man Todd, man. He's backstage ready. So when we get ready to bring him on, I'm ready, man. So I'm just excited, man, because this is like what? Man, 6 shows in, man. So what I'm saying, my whole goal was, Lord bless me to get to 10. I tell everybody the biggest thing about anything is consistency. You know what I'm saying? So, man, this is number 6 today. So I'm excited. I want Todd to talk about a little bit about who he got coming up to. Yeah, man, it's number 6, man. And
chosen.
Exactly, man. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be bringing up Mr. Todd Smith, aka 1-5. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about the interview coming up, man, with my man, Mr. Todd Smith.
Yes.
Man, Sunday, boy. Right now with Snow Rider. Wish somebody would give me a live house. Look at it. That's my man right there. Yes. WestCoast Heavies TV podcast, man. Let's welcome to the show for his first time, but not his last time on WestCoast Heavies TV podcast, to Todd Smith, man. What's up, man? What's up, man? Yeah. Partying outside and everything. Mr. Todd Smith, man, aka 1-5. Yes, indeed. Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Great. How you doing, Jeff?
Man, I'm enjoying this sunshine outside the studio today, man. I'm enjoying it. Kids driving me crazy, but I always wanted this though, man. Kids in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell God I wanted this many kids in the studio, but I always wanted kids in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So I got that. Woo, comes a little struggle sometimes, but it's all good. Man, Cheeky, I want you to go ahead and start, man. You had some good questions already, man. After Herbert bring him in, I had to hold you back.
Right.
Today.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I am Cheeky M. And, I'm excited that you're on here today. I mean, I have a couple of questions I want to ask. I want to get to know you a little bit better. I wanted to know, how long have you been doing business in the entertainment industry or production industry? I mean, everything you do, how long have you been in it?
Hey, I've been doing music since mid-90s. Started off as a rapper. Almost signed to LaFace Records as a rapper. They found out I was a white dude. Could business with me back then because of Vanilla Ice. This was before Eminem popped off with Aftermath. So the A&R down there gave me some great advice about maybe getting behind the scenes, engineering, producing, that type of stuff. So I kind of fought that for a few years, held on to the rapping side of it. And then probably around 2001, I started doing more production. And that really, I like that a lot more than rapping anyway, because
Right.
it's like creating something from nothing is amazing. Like that whole process to me is amazing, and there's nothing like it. And then I did the production thing for a long time. Got a lot of local artists. I started out on SoundClick.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Man.
I hit that right before the big wave started. I was leasing beats to artists around the country. I remember Soldier Boy was on there before he got started. Man, there's a whole bunch of big vibe beats. Two Man, Superstar.
Oh, wow.
All those cats was on there a little bit. I kind of cooled off after 5 beats. Now there was a game that artists would play back then where they would lease your beats through PayPal and then dispute the charge on PayPal, and that got a headache for me. So I just decided I wasn't going to work with artists on the internet no more, and I was just going to home in on local artists and work with them and help mold them, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
Okay, well, who would you say that your style, your production style, is similar to? Dr. Dre, Timberland, Missy Elliott. What type of production?
I would say I've taken little pieces of every producer that I've ever really listened to, from Dr. Dre to Swiss Beats to Dame Grease, DJ Premier.
Okay.
I'm just a real student of the game. I really listen to beats. I really listen to how they break them down, and I try to emulate some of that to the best of my abilities. And some of it, I don't. But that's the whole thing with being a music producer is borrowing.
Right.
Borrow certain styles. You borrow certain techniques and stuff like that to make your own style. And there's a lot of dope producers out right now, like Kato on the track, DJ Payne One.
Okay.
There's a lot of dope producers right now that do a lot of awesome things, and I just, like I said, they really tackled the internet thing, and I did not. So.
Well, I mean, what like what producer would you like to work with in the future? Like, which one of your
producer?
Yeah, or artists. What artists you would like to work with in the future that
Man.
There's
so much I would love to work with. I'd love to work with Drake. I would love to work with some of the late greats. Like, I would love to work with Eazy-E. I would love to work with DMX.
Right, yeah.
Love to Pac and Big, those type of things. But the guys that are out right now, I would say, man, there's so many. Yeah, it's hard to name, but Bone Thugs and Heart, they're from. I would love to work with those guys. I would love to work with YG out in the West Coast too. Some of those guys would be great to work with.
Okay. So
I'm always work with up and coming artists too.
Okay, so when are you dropping your next project?
I got 5 projects in work right now.
Oh, okay.
So it really just depends on the artist and how motivated they are to get their projects done.
Okay, yeah. Definitely understand that aspect of it. And I'm going to just ask you one more question, and then I'm going to let Jay do his thing. Where are you from?
I'm from Dayton, Ohio.
Okay. All right, well, you neighboring.
The Ohio State.
Yeah. You from a neighboring. You neighboring me. You neighboring me.
Okay.
Neighboring states, Pennsylvania, but it's okay. I'm down in Florida, though, now. So I guess I'm a Florida girl now.
Okay. Go down there quite often.
Right. So, I mean, we might can meet up sometime when you come down here to Florida sometime.
Okay.
Definitely. I definitely would like to, meet you and see what we can actually work with as far as production. Get a couple of artists in there with you to work with. Definitely.
Okay.
All right, Jay, it's on you because cheeky moments. You already know. I might have some more questions to ask.
Hey, no, it's all good. It's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? Fire when ready. I'm a team player and a dream player. Hey, I wanted to ask you, Todd, AK 15. Hey, that's another question I got, man. 1.5 beats, right? That was your production title at first when you first started?
When I first started, I was 1.5 Kika Beats.
Okay. Okay.
The Bada Bing Room. That was where you
Okay.
went beat from, was the Bada Bing Room. And if you don't know what the Bada Bing was, that was the strip club on the Sopranos. And I kind of took that little neon sign, ran with it, and it kind of took off on SoundCloud.
Hey, it's amazing. It's amazing that you said SoundClick, man, because I didn't, you like in the early on. I remember when a lot of artists that I had, but in particular Mr. Fitty that I had out of Compton, was a SoundCloud king when it came to a rapper. He really didn't put a lot of his beats on there. Well, none that I can remember. But SoundClick, man, if anybody remembers it, man, was a great place to network, man, until like what Todd said, man, artists was finding a way to get over with that. But that was a great place, man, to network at first. Man, I wanted to ask you, man, another question I had. When you look at what to you, man, makes a good producer?
Oh, man, just being able to give input. I think a lot of people go in and just make beats and give them to artists, and they ain't got no input on how the song structure, is to be put together. So sometimes I'll make a beat and I'll write lyrics and do the song the way I'm hearing it, and then turn it over to a rapper or to a singer and say, hey, this is how I'm hearing the cadence of the track. The lyrics don't matter. You do whatever lyrics you want. I just tried to make something structured to where you could kind of hear where I'm going with it, and then you do your thing to it.
Hey, that's dope, man. So do you consider, because I get that's going to be a great debate we got to bring back, Biz and Tiki, because check this out. Man, I get asked this all the time. Beat makers and producers. Everybody who makes beats feels like they're producers, man. Do you ever run into those conversations?
Yeah, I do. I mean, there's some people I just make beats for and that's it. You know what I mean? But those are also the artists that are kind of hard-headed and don't want direction. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I've been blessed to kind of weed those artists out of my circle. And the guys that I work with now are really into taking direction. They'll listen to what I got to say, and they'll really take it under consideration. You know what I mean? It's not like they do everything I tell them to do or anything, but they'll listen to it, and then I'll be like, yeah, I'm hearing this there, I'm hearing this underneath. You know what I mean? I'll hear something I didn't add to the beat that I want to add later after they've added their tracks. But basically, a producer is like a director of a movie. You know what I mean? Maker is like the camera guy. You know what I mean? Or the background. The background of the movie, and the rapper's the actor in the background. So I try to give my input where I need it. You know what I mean? I don't give input on everything, but I try to. If I hear something, I'll add to it, and that's what producers do, man.
I want to try real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you. I want to know, like, what is your angles on what networks are you using? Your angle on networks that you're using now, like your networking. Like
what do I network on most? Like as far as media?
Yeah, just social media.
I network a lot in person in the city, but I do network a lot on Facebook and Instagram. Those are the two easiest ones to network on. A lot of the people that I network with, I've had relationships with in the past anyway. So it's really not networking like that. And then they'll send people to me. And then that's how I kind of get new people, is they're referred, if that makes sense.
I got you. Because I wanted to chime in on something you said about direction when it comes to these artists, because I've dealt with a couple of artists that, like you said, when it comes to making beats or being a producer. I had one of the ones you said they don't want no direction. They want to go in, and I'm telling them, like, you dealing with a producer, you're going to the studio, you just going in for your hour, you say what you say and you leave. You're not even building a relationship with the producer who can actually help your music grow. And when you said that, it was just crazy to me, because I was just talking about that with the artists that I was dealing with, that they just don't build relationships with the people that make the beats, or don't build a relationship with the producer, the person that's mixing mastering you. You know, and if you with a 5-star independent, or industry producer, you're going into their studio and you don't try to build no type of relationship with them. You just going in, doing your hour, and you just out of here in no kind of direction, not trying to build. I'm just looking at them like, well, what are you doing anyway? Like what?
Yeah, a lot of people just like to make what I like to call just internet dust. You know what I mean?
Right.
They like to just put it out there and collect dust. It's like an old album that somebody bought back in the 70s and don't have a record player no more. They just put live music out and don't do anything with it, which is why marketing's so important. And guys like Jay Adams comes in that can help you market your projects. A lot of artists just don't want to spend the money on marketing, but it's so vital to their career. And that's why you see a lot of people standing still in their careers. You know, they're not moving nowhere and they're not going the direction they want to go. And it's because they don't want to spend the money on it. Right. And they take money to make money.
And that's one of the things that I definitely had a conversation with Jay about when it comes to the artists and the marketing. They don't want to pay for the marketing and promotions, none of that, thinking that they're going to get some by posting on social media. Like,
Facebook ain't going to cut it.
Right.
No, yeah.
Could you drop your link for me? Drop your link in the page. Cheeky has a dinner to go to because unfortunately I am in Orlando. I got another car show I got to attend tonight that's in Orlando, getting ready for this veteran car show, Labor Day weekend. So if you drop the link drop your link on the page, so I can get your information. Jay, I got some stuff to attend to. You know, I'm always on the move. It's Cheeky Moments. And I'll be back with y'all, okay? That's why
for sure.
That's why it's Cheeky Moments, because you only get a moment with me.
That's all right.
All right. Peace, y'all.
Nice meeting you. Peace.
All right, y'all. Hey, Todd, I wanted to get into, man, real quick, man. I wanted to get into something you just said, man, that's really like, it's like close to my heart because I really don't understand the break. You know, like you see the internet and you see how much information, like you don't have to go 50 miles and running to find information, man. But why do you think today so many artists, man, just fight? Because this word independent music, right? This word independent art,
right.
I really feel that's taken like so far out of context, man. Like, why do you feel there's such a gap of artists who aren't signed, aren't trying to get signed, but they making a ton of music, but they don't want to go through the proper channels of pushing their music, man? What do you think I don't know if it's breakdown of knowledge. I don't know if it's a lack of knowledge. I don't know what it is, but give me a little bit of feedback on that.
Well, I'll start out with something that is very understated for guys like our age, Jay, is like when we broke into the industry, nobody was trying to tell you anything. You had to learn everything on your own. Like nobody told you how to do a split. Nobody told you how to collect your money. That was a well-guarded secret because they didn't want that out. You know what I mean? But now that information is so readily available, and artists are just lazy, man. To be honest with you, they're just pretty lazy about figuring this stuff out. They want a manager. They want, you don't want a manager. You just want somebody to do all your work for you. You know what I'm saying? As an independent artist, all right, so there's three types of artists that I consider three types of artists. You got a signed artist, which is somebody like a Drake or a YG or Snoop or whoever that's on a label. You got an independent artist, which would be like an artist that's pushing their music without a label, but they're pushing their music. All right, they're making money off their music. And then you got what I like to refer to as local rappers. A local rapper is just somebody that comes into a studio, records just to record, and puts it out on DistroKid and does nothing else with it. All right. So to me, to make that push from local artists to independent artists, you need to really push your music. You need to put it in the blogs. You need to put it, on radio, internet radio, podcasts. You need to do these type of things. College radio stations. You need to push it where you can push it. That will help promote your brand. And then stay off the social media with it, man. Because tagging 99 people on Facebook ain't it. Getting in people's DMs that you've never had a relationship with, telling them to check your music out, ain't it. I'll tell you straight up, if I've never had a conversation with you before and you send something to my DMs, 99 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, I ain't listening to it. I just skip over it or I delete it.
Yeah, that's real, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like the reality of the game, the reality of the business. And it just really gets sad because I even look at my kids, man, and it's like, damn, I worked to be known in my city. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I did over 500 shows in 2 years, man. I still haven't met a rapper that did that. I talk to rappers all the time, bro. I did 500 events, bro.
That's crazy.
Sometimes, bro, I remember my manager had me and my group, bro. We would be doing some, especially on Sundays, man. Sometimes we would be doing like three shows on a Sunday, right? I remember that. I remember having the diaphragm for that, but I was always working out. They used to always say I was either doing push-ups in the studio or push-ups behind stage. When I look at artists today, man, even my kids, man, it's the I'm gonna be real, bro. It's hard to support this generation only because I'm all about hard work, man, and work ethic.
Right.
Man. I don't know nothing else but that. So it's hard when everybody's like, well, how can you make, I hate when people tell me like you make this business look easy. It's not about that. When I was coming up as an artist, I had work ethic. So even though I'm not rapping no more, I haven't touched the mic since 2004. So even though I'm not doing that no more, it's the work ethic, man. And it gets me because, see, back in my day, if I go around LA right now and ask every rapper, what's your hub? Where do you hang out at? They don't have one, bro. See, back in my day in LA, we had Project Blow. And that's where in LA then, when I was rapping, you wasn't a rapper. If you couldn't say you was at Project Blow, you wasn't respected as a lyricist. Because back then, we knew they probably existed, but we didn't respect ghostwriters. If you couldn't go to Project Blow and freestyle, like LA was a different beast back when I was rapping. If you couldn't freestyle, bro, you wasn't considered a rapper. Like, I tell everybody all the time, man, if Tupac was alive, we talk about this all the time. If Tupac was alive, a lot of this shit wouldn't exist, especially skinny jeans. A lot of this shit wouldn't exist because Tupac was the kind of dude, he wasn't scared of nobody. He would have called you out. And see, we don't have them call out rappers no more. We don't have them dudes that stand for something and will really call your ass out. So it's like you don't have to work ethic. Dudes don't want to spend money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I watch dudes take 3 and 5 years, man, to keep it real, what I could do in 6 months. And that's just, it's like playing chess, bro. It's like knowledge. So like you being heavily dealing with artists, man, what I'm trying to get from you is, man, with all of this going on, how do you feel we can push the entertainment business to the next level, bro? Because this can't be it. And, we see music making more money than ever. Like, I'm getting hit with outrageous prices. Artists, I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm not in the name dropping and dropping prices. But if you call me, I'll tell you. All I'm telling you is, today, artists is getting on with drama, just attacking their daddies, being famous on the Shade Room, social media, dropping one damn song on the radio and charging $7,500,000 to perform. Like, there's obviously bags in this business still, right? Bags. A lot of it to me is unearned bags, but it's a bag in this business still. So I really don't see the money decreasing. Like we all say, record sales, but who gives about that anymore? Like now it's all about get your streams up, get your value up. You know what I'm saying? Get on this blog, get on this bigger blog, get on TV, get your music here, up your value. So now your tours and your merch is worth more money, right? So the value is still in the music business. But what I want to ask you is, man, because it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. Like, where are we going to get back to, or are we ever going to get back to any sense of realness in the game, bro? Like you were with these artists, man, as a producer. You see this a lot more than I do on that level because I'm on the marketing and promotion side. So most times artists aren't smart enough to come get me in the recording process. See, before I ask you that question, see, that's another gap. But see, I've been signed to more than one record deal. I've been signed to a major. So I understand. Your project manager, your marketing people, they aren't involved once the record is done only. Your A&R job is to keep the ears to the marketing department and everybody open because everybody has a say so because you start marketing that record in the studio. But most artists are going to hit you, come by your way before they come by my way. So in that sense, you're seeing more by the artist. You see more artists than me. So do you think this is going to get back to any sense of substance, or are we going to keep moving away from the substance?
I think we're moving away from it, dangerously away from it. A lot of artists don't, like I said, they don't want to break the bread to hire marketing people. There's a lot of, I always say that there's a lot of sharks in the water. And if you've never tread those waters, you don't know where the sharks hang out. You know what I mean? They hang out on the internet. They hang out in your inbox on your email talking about for $20, I can get you X amount of streams on Spotify, and you end up paying them $20, and next thing you know, you're kicked off Spotify. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of stuff like that. They're in your inbox on Instagram talking about, hey, if you send your music over to me, I can put you on a mixtape with, whoever. And then at the same time, I mean, you may spend that $250, $500, $1,000, whatever it might be to get on that mixtape. And then the artist that's hosting the mixtape ain't even on the mixtape, but they're getting money off all the streams because they're putting it on their platform. You know, there's a lot of hustles out there that these artists are falling for because they ain't have no guidance. They don't have somebody like you or somebody like me to tell them to stay away from that stuff. And then a lot of it's just trial and error. Like I fell for some of those little schemes too, as far as like getting on rappers' mixtapes and stuff like that. There's just a lot of little tricks out there that you've learned through the years. What's a scheme? What's not a scheme? You know, who you can trust to go to through marketing, who you can't. And it's just, I mean, everybody's trying to make it as cheap as possible, Jay. You know what I mean? They're going to go with the cheap guy before they're going to go to you. And then they're going to be so jaded by the time they get to you because they've been burnt so many times by these cheaper things that they don't want to work with a guy like you because they don't believe that you're real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the standpoint me and my lawyer go through all the time, man. We always hustle and bustle with each other, back and forth, tug of rope, because he's always like, you need to stand your ground. You know, your value is this, your value is that. Stop working with artists who can't afford you. But see, my thing is, like I tell him is, and this is a real main decision I made to go back to radio, because I always feel like Steve Harvey. You have to realize I sat under some great people. So in radio, I feel like I should be paid to do this. So I should tell my lawyer, I'm never going back to radio until somebody gives me more than the gospel station I left gave me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back to radio. But then I would go back and forth with my lawyer, and I'd be like, okay, well, look, I'm either going to, because I got at you about this. I'm either going to go back and do my label, or I'm going to do my podcast again. The whole reason I came back to podcasting, man, was to get my brand out there, do it myself, bring on quality guys like yourself in the music side, you know, because the main thing for me is to scout the best artists that I can, whether they got a budget or not. If they don't got a budget, it's kind of like I'm going to do what Death Row did. You don't have no budget, you can't be the headliner. So don't think you're going to be the headliner of this show. It's always like, if you look at it, bro, it was three elements. Well, really two elements if you keep it gangster. Well, three, I'll say three. Death Row had Harry O's Money and the lawyer, so that, because they came together.
Right.
They had Dr. Dre and the Beats.
Right.
And they had Snoop Dogg.
Right.
So it's not a lot, like I used to always listen what Easy used to tell us, you learn from those who have done it. I've learned from those who have done it. So the real reason I came back and I wanted to bring you with me is because I'm like, we had talked about this before about, okay, you've done this A&R thing before, you know what I mean? So you would make a solid A&R. I really want to find the best artists who can work together though, because see, artists got to take the work with me. Artists have to take the ego off the table because I don't give a damn. I got artists that's making hundreds of $1,000s a month and I don't funk with them. So I don't care about the money. I'm in this thing for the longevity. Like, I don't just need the money. I don't just need the talent. Talent, no money, I can't do nothing. Money, badass attitude with no talent, I can't do nothing. It's almost like we got to be like Carlos Bakery today, man. We have to have as much as possible, bro, a perfect ingredient, which is hard to get, but it's something that I know is not impossible. It's just that we have to stand our ground today, because the reason I came back doing this podcast is because I could promote, I could advertise, I could build a team, and I could generate revenue. With that revenue, I can showcase, like I can show you what I've done for an artist and with an artist. It only took me a year. Like I told you, most people can't get to a label negotiation or an investor negotiation in 3 to 5 years. I always challenge myself from February 18th, 2022 to January 2023. I got an artist, a major tour, and I got an artist negotiating with a record label, more than one. So now in 2023, I'm trying to do what I did in a year in 6 months and put West Coast Heavies podcast on.
Right.
Now I need people like you because I understand teamwork. Once I do get that artist, I'm not going to be responsible for the studio. I'm not going to be responsible for the music. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I want to do. What I want to do is to keep striving, because the only way I feel we're going to try to curb this fakeness online, people not believing that you can really help them. And I call this the wild, wild west, right? It's like, it's wild out here. It's crazy. The only way we're going to be able to change it, bro, is we have to document and demonstrate. We have to be able to show what we could do for an artist, because there's a lot that could be done for artists. It's a lot that artists don't see every day if you're not doing the marketing. But I tell every artist, you can go online, right? And you can Google everything that I do. Everything that I do. You can Google it. I've had artists record me when I talk to them. I know they recorded me. Then they go back and they play it. And then I hear a conversation. I'm going to go do what Jay does. You can do all of that, right? But let me tell you this. It took me from 2003, when I first launched my first marketing company. It took me like 7 years to really get good at that. And there's a lot of things you can do online, but I still see artists, they're lacking, bro. So that kind of bothers me in the business, because I look for people like, okay, you got the experience, you got the track record. So you're the best person to be able to deal with artists that they say I may not have time to deal with. With that being said, bro, where do you realistically see the music business for, let's say, unknown artists and unsigned artists? Because independent artists is a little bit different, because if you're independent, you're coming to me, or you're coming to me through you, and you're saying, okay, Jay, I got a budget. Well, then I will say, well, how much budget you got? Well, how much budget do I need? Traditionally, what I've seen people be successful with, this is just me. I always open up the floor for people to tell me something different. I only go what I see. The least amount of money I see with people who break through, and get on the radio or get their own tour sponsored. And I'm not talking about venues that hold 5 people. When I consider a tour, for me, this is just me, man. It's not judging nobody. I'm only interested in 350 and up, because I'm not going to give out the game for free right now. But the major sites that track these shows, that's all they care about. So I only care about what the majors care about, and I only care about what major investors care about. I don't care about the little small venues, right?
Mm-hmm.
350 and up is what I look at, right? That's what major promoters look at. That's what everybody looks at. Booking agents, everybody looks at 350 to 1,000. So with that being said, independent to me means you got your own bag. You just need people like us to guide you. So not talking about them right now, but where do you really see the unsigned and the underground music business going in the next, let's just say 5 years?
Same. I don't see it going nowhere different. The only thing I could see maybe opening up is maybe like some of these meta worlds that people are developing on their own. Allow some of these artists to get a character in that, doing some sort of like live performances and stuff in that world. That's the only thing different I could see going on, man. Because to be honest with you, I think a lot of these independent, or I don't want to say independent, a lot of these local underground artists are kind of stuck in, and this is how I'm doing it. I'm going to the studio, I'm recording, I'm going to get on an open mic night somewhere, and then somebody's going to hear me and I'm going to blow up. That's the dream. That ain't reality. That's the dream. That ain't reality. You know what I mean? You're more likely to get struck by lightning 5,000 times before you get signed at an open mic. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the only thing I could do is give some advice, man. If you're a local artist or an underground artist and you want to get signed, perfect your craft. Get into a studio with a producer. Get in a studio and get your own beats. Don't rip beats off the internet. Don't sample. Get a producer that can make beats for you from scratch. Record them at somewhere that's decent to record at, so it's clean. Get a radio edit of everything you do. Also, get a show mix. Do shows. Do as many shows as you can. That's how you're going to build your fan base, is getting out in front of people and people seeing you. You got to do shows. People got to know you. It's called a face card. It's called a face card for a reason. They want to see your face. They want to know you. They want to touch you. They want to know you're accessible to them at that level. Now, when you get bigger into the game, obviously you're not going to be as accessible to them because you're going to be busier. But you want to build your fan base up, and then when you build your fan base up, those are going to be the people supporting you. They're going to be the ones buying your merchandise. They're going to be the ones streaming your music so that you can make some money off of it. Then you got a bag to go after a Jay Adams. Then you got marketing. Then you become an independent artist on your way to being a signed artist. So there's levels to it, and there's ways to build yourself up. It's just these guys aren't building themselves up right because they don't have any guidance.
See, that's the biggest thing, man. And when you say that, man, it's like, okay, you give some real good advice, man. So I think perfecting your craft is one of the biggest things. Can you tell a little bit, man? Because I got a lot of people that ask me a lot of these questions, man. That's why I'm asking you this, because I need somebody besides me to be answering this. Why is it so important, Todd, to get your own original beats and not be sampling and all that stuff?
Well, it's business wise, it's not good for you business wise. If you sample a beat or sample a project, eventually they're going to come back at you for that. If you get enough streams and you're worthy enough of them to do that, they're going to hire a lawyer. They're going to come back. They're going to take all the money for that project, and maybe all the money you have in your pocket, your bank account, or you'll ever make, just because you sampled 3 seconds of their song. So it's a lot better to use the royalty-free beats that you can buy online, or get a producer that can produce the beats for you. If you got one accessible to you, pay those guys what they're worth, because they're worth their money. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself financially, business wise, in the long term. You want to make sure if you do use a sample to clear it. There's certain things you can do to clear it. Like I contact Universal and Sony all the time to clear samples. It's not very hard. They'll tell you they want $2,500 or something, and then they want 50% of the publishing or whatever it is, and done deal. You know what I mean? So you got to ask permission for that stuff. And I'm sorry, what was the rest of that question about sampling?
No, that was the biggest thing, man. You know, like
Yeah.
just giving artists the game you're giving them, man. Like it's just the biggest thing of why is it important to have your own original beats, and I think you pretty much
Yeah.
gave it to them like that. Because see, like I experienced this before, man, with an artist. Not just one time, but a couple times. I've experienced this before where it's like you get a song, right? Okay, you get a track, some lyrics to it, boom, you got a song. The song gets some pubs, the song gets to moving, you're performing it. People like it. Ooh, a label likes it. Here comes an investor wanting to get involved, whatever. Now you don't see. To me, man, music is created in magic. It's magical. So to me, if you now got to go back because you got real interest, to me, you kill all that momentum.
Right.
You know you kill the energy, you kill the fire, you kill the power, whatever you want to call it, in creating that song. So there's a lot of things, and according and everything that you said is true. It's like you want to, what I consider, man, the song, that's your foundation. Build that right the first time. What's up, Tom? How you doing, man? The first time, bro, get that out. So that's very important what you said, the artist. And then also, like you said, it's kind of you got that foundation, man. Then your next stem is doing some promotions, finding a way to promote yourself. I always tell artists, man, don't put out your best bangers at first anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like the ones, you know, oh, that's fire. Put out like what we used to call back in the days, the A and the B side. It's the same thing.
Right.
You got the internet, use it. You know, if you're going to use an internet for anything. If you're going to use SoundCloud for anything. You're going to use YouTube for anything. Put out shorts. A lot of artists are being successful now with little stories they're doing. So they're making songs and they're giving you a clip of it. And they're investing in a videographer and giving you a clip on Instagram. In order to get the real song, you're gonna have to go, you know, either they're gonna drop it on Spotify, but they're promoting it first, is what I'm saying. So get you some type of strategy is what I hear you saying, Todd. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got the foundation with the song, like get you some type of strategy. You know, there's guys out here like me that do what I do. You know what I'm saying? All of us do different things well. I like to tell everybody I do it all well. So it's like one thing that I learned early on in my career is I found somebody that was good at everything. So I got people that are great at Spotify where I, you know, to this day, you know, I ain't got to knock on no wood either. I ain't had nothing taken down on Spotify. I ain't had nothing knocked off of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And got videos that went from YouTube to MTV Jams, Pluto TV. You know what I'm saying? Radio, I ain't had nothing pulled. You know, the last, it was funny, man. I'll tell you this story. I haven't told you this before. I had one song pulled, right, in 2018. I did this gospel song with my ex-partner, may he rest in peace, Chris Bolt. Man, dude, this song, Don't Be Afraid, bro, was a #1 hit. We knew it when we got the song. But I knew we didn't clear it, right? He didn't finish paying the producer. And I was like, Chris, you know, I'm only there to advise and counsel. That's my job. I tell my artists all the time, I ain't not your daddy. I'm here to advise and counsel, and I ain't no slave master. So I told him, hey, I don't think we should do this, bro. No, you ain't paid, bro, all this money. We should not do this. Man, he said, nah, Jay, we gonna be good. We gonna be good. He gonna work with us, man. He gonna work with us. All right. This dude got songs with Dark Child. You know what I'm saying? Destiny. Stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, okay. So we do a fire video, bro. Fire. Man, that mug went out, bro. It did over like 2,000 views overnight. Next thing I know, YouTube was gone. I mean, that thing got snatched. My videographer that did the video got a phone call. I got a phone call. I tell people all the time, bro, we had definitely a #1 song. Probably could have toured off that song. We have booking agents calling us already. We weren't even done with the album. This dude's whole family is known in music. That one mistake, bro, it killed our whole momentum. The song never survived. The song never resurrected. My boy, may he rest in peace, is gone now. And the song will never see the light of day. That one mistake, man, I try to share with artists when I can remember. I just happen to remember it now. So I always tell people, man, that fire, because I can still remember the video, the energy from all the actors, the extras we had, the cameramen, the makeup, the accessory people, the wardrobe people. It was energy.
Right.
And we funked that whole thing up by not doing one thing, not clearing that song. I mean, not clearing that track. So that's why I say, man, it's so important because I learned that. That is one of the first things I ask artists when they come to me. Do you own the music and can you produce the contracts?
Right.
And if you done wrote with somebody, can you give me the split sheets?
Right.
Because, man, I'm not going through that. Because if you didn't, you skipped a step, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that was beautiful, man. I know you produced with a lot of people, man. I want you to talk about that, man. And then I kind of want to get a clip, you know, so people can hear a little bit of your style, man. I know there's a video that you of one of your songs produced.
Right.
So we want to get into that. But, man, who have you worked with recently, man, and what do they got going on?
Let me circle back to something that we just talked about with the sampling and stuff. When you buy a beat off of a producer, like say on BeatStars or something like that, make sure you're getting the exclusive rights. Don't cheap out and lease the beat. Because if that producer in the meantime sells that beat to, let's say, Jay Adams, now you got to go do business with Jay Adams, not that producer. So that artist that bought the beat probably ain't going to let you put out your track that you leased and you spent all that money on. So that was just another piece of advice. So as far as like the artists that I've worked with, man, I worked with my man Bad News here in Dayton, Tino, Star Money Click, my man Shawnee, he's new. I've been starting to work with him a little bit. He's a young guy. DeMarco 275. DeMarco was signed to EPMD's label back in the early 2000s. He's toured with everybody from 50 Cent, T.I., Young Buck, Eminem, all that good stuff. He's down in Atlanta. I work with my man Blunt. That's the video I sent in. Blunt still got it on all his stuff. My man's super grind. He goes all over the country, performs. He's been down to Miami, Chicago. He's just anywhere he's on vacation, he tries to find a spot to, he finds a spot to perform at, man. I'm real proud of my dude.
Around with it. That's what's
man,
up.
I've been working with my man T Hunt, working with our guy Big on getting him an album out. He's the owner of Kiara Wine and DNA Cigarettes.
Yeah.
I met him years ago at a concert. We in the middle of the hood. Big was the first performer at my man's CD release party. He's outside with all of his crew or whatever. I just walk up, dap him up, tell him I like this performance type thing. You know what I mean? And they're all like, "Dang, this white guy is just out here in the hood. What's good with this?" You know what I mean? But that's how I meet people. Is I see them perform and I see what they do, and then if I like them, I work with them. You know what I mean? So. Those are some of the cats I work with. There's some other ones I'm sure I'm forgetting internationally, or I've worked with Cuban artists down in Cuba. I've worked with my man Tone Styles in Chicago. I've worked with Big Menace down in Atlanta, Savannah area, Georgia. My guy Mr. Perez up in Buffalo. Corey Drums from Queens, New York. He's now in LA with you. So man, I've been around. I worked with a lot of different artists. I worked with some dudes out in Compton back in the day. I can't remember his name offhand. But yeah, he was a Crip out there at Rap, and we did some work back in the day on his stuff. Just getting in where I could get it in at, bro.
So you mostly like on the internet now. So you mostly are networking now, finding these artists like on what, Facebook and Instagram.
A lot of those artists, man, I found off of SoundClick. To be honest,
I was going to ask you about that. Was a SoundClick?
It was SoundClick. SoundClick was a lot of where I found really dope artists that were just starting out or was established at the time. And Corey Drums was an established artist. He had the same type of background as DeMarco did with being part of the Hit Squad and all that stuff. So I mean, there's some dope people out there on the internet, and you just gotta fish through the shit to get to the diamonds or whatever and it. And not everybody's for everybody either. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, you just gotta like them, and likes how you like an artist is on your taste of music. You know what I mean? So
what keeps you motivated to keep going through all the processes and the BS you go through to finding those jewels? You know what I'm saying? What keeps you going?
Man, I just love music, man. I've always been a musical kid, man. In 3rd grade, I played violin. Scored so high at a thing that I got a invite to the Dayton Philharmonic to come be a part of that when I got older, if I pursued the violin. But growing up in the inner city, violin wasn't a very masculine instrument, you know what I mean? So I switched over to drums. And that's where I fell in love with hip hop, bro. Like, just being in an inner city school, watching the kids battle battling in the recess and stuff like that in the playground, going back and forth, rapping, battling each other. That was dope to me. You'd have the guy beatboxing in the corner while they're battling. I mean, so, I just fell in love with the whole process of hip hop, bro. And I just love music. And that's, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be doing it. If I just looked at it like a business and I didn't have the love for it, I would have been done a long time ago.
Yeah, that love is what keeps many of us going, man, at the same time, man. Now, I know we got a video from Blunt today. I didn't hear earlier. Do you manage Blunt?
Blunt is one of my production partners. Like, so Blunt, me and Blunt do all of his beats. So I think I did 100% of this particular beat, but a lot of times he'll come in and want to make the beats with me, and then he'll record over top of it.
Okay. So what's the name of this song, bro?
I'm Poppin' is 148 in. So that just came out probably a couple weeks ago on spot that one right there. Yeah.
You guys got some good traction with that, man. We're gonna check this out real quick.
Yeah.
Got the rocket shooter in my pocket. This ain't that, you better stop it. Bitch, you know I'm poppin'. Was all that good? We can murder case, Johnny Cochran. All my beats be knocking. I drip so hard they mopping. Gonna pull that ass, she's kicking up the language. Y'all need to update it. But the stage down, be patient. Don't be straight, stay patient. Streets going crazy. These hoes, I'm not saying. It's my tipsy. What you do is amazing. Rocky, keep the fight. You touch a ring knife to a gunfight. Tell my mama don't worry, I'ma be alright. Don't squeeze in my circle, I keep it tight. Get down for a time for the percolate. The best of ass up down to your twerk. On the belt, drop it, hop the tape. Ain't get it, no money, can't get it, the tape. You tough to hold, she can tap the rail. That engine got 2 million mail. I don't want your you know, we don't hear no you know I got the head on. That shit all you want, but you better not put your head on. Get the cloth, he ain't cut like that. Lay a nigga down, dressed in all black, like man on hat. You know I don't care. I pound my room, pull them down, they sap. My empty rolling out. Don't get my brother proud. Work in the trap, they looking at my sound. Cardiac ready, them girls on my whack.
Man, so that's you on the track, huh? I like that,
yes,
boy.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Man, yes, you know what, man?
Yeah.
You've been putting out some good music, man. You know what I'm saying? As long as I've known you, bro, it's like you keep coming with the fire, man. I'm glad you staying motivated, man. And Blunt, man, you tell him I said he's still doing his thing, man. I'm glad to see him moving around. You know what I'm saying? His visuals look polished, man. They look professional. So, man, salute to y'all on that song, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, the views is looking nice already. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he keep pushing that, man, and salute to him on that, bro. You feel me? I like that, man. I like that.
Yeah. Blunt's a dope artist, bro. Like, I've been messing with Blunt for some years now. I've known Blunt since he was in his early 20s, so we've been working hard. Him and my dude Teeth, we're beat punishers. Um, and that's the production side of stuff. So that's where we get down. So I got two other people that I rock with that are producers, and but I do probably 90% of the beats.
Is that right? 90% of the beats.
Yeah, yeah, if
Yeah,
not more. Yeah, if not more. But it is what it is. They come through and do their own thing. You know what I mean? So Teeth helps produce some of Blunt's stuff
okay.
and stuff like that. But I do pretty much everybody else's stuff, just because all the equipment's at my crib. So you know what I mean? It makes it easier for me.
Man,
So
that's good, man. Tell us a little bit about what you got coming up with the label right now, man. Like, what's your next big release? I know Bad News got some stuff
so
out.
so we working on 3 albums right now on that end. We got Bad News, Picasso Poppy, or not Picasso, yeah, Picasso Poppy. It's going to be like an R&B type album. So we're working on that right now. I got all the beats pretty much done. I'm just waiting on bro to come in and start laying vocals down. My man Tino, we're waiting on him to get done writing. We got all his beats done. And then Shawnee, the young cat, we're working with him right now. We're trying to get his sound down because he's new. You know what I mean? The other guys, so this is something I didn't tell Cheeky too, is like as a producer and a beat maker, I'm able to kind of steer artists in directions that they don't even know they wanted to go with how I do their beats. You know what I mean? Like Blunt's beats, I kind of keep grimy. I keep them a little more grimy. Bad News beats are a little more polished, a little more radio friendly. Tino's beats are a little more street. You know what I mean? So there's like different angles you can go as a producer to keep people, moving in the direction you want them to move without them knowing they're moving in the direction you see their career going.
Hey, that's production. Hey, I
Yeah,
like that. I like
yeah,
that. Yeah, that's
yes,
some.
sir.
Hey, that's something fire, man. That's a lot of situations to keep going on in your head, man. I like that though. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. And then DeMarco 275 just dropped a project.
Right.
Some stuff that he's had uh, for a long time that it was unreleased, and then he put some stuff that he had released as singles on there. I got a couple tracks on it. Oh man, what else we got going on? T Hunt just keeps releasing music, and then we're working on Biggie stuff, man. So we're trying to get Big together, get him out here and doing his thing. He's shooting for an early May release for his album.
Yeah, that's good, man. He been talking about coming out here, man, trying to get him some things
Yeah,
going out here, man. That's a good thing,
yeah,
man.
yeah. He's a
I
good
know we
dude,
got
man.
DeMarco coming up soon. We're gonna be
Yeah,
talking about because I know he got a music festival y'all doing out there that he's doing the music
yeah,
and stuff for, right?
yeah. Correct.
Yes, we got him coming up next month,
Yeah.
right? The man coming up in April.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yes, we got him coming up. It's gonna be a big interview, man. It's gonna be like a reunion.
You got T Hunt coming up next weekend.
Yeah, next. Oh, that's right. Next weekend we got
Yeah.
T Hunt coming up, right? Okay.
Yeah. T Hunt's a grinder, bro.
Okay, it's a grinder.
He
That's
gets
good.
in. Yeah. He's grinding, so he's always performing. He's perfecting his craft. You know what I mean?
Man, I love that, man. I love that, bro. So before we let you get out of here, man,
Yeah.
what's something else, man, you want the people to know about you, man, and tell them how they can find you?
Well, I mean, Todd Smith on Facebook's the easiest way to get a hold of me.
He's right there. Just go to the search bar.
You just go there. You can add me. I can add as many people as I want on Facebook now. Instagram is Todd Smith BPM or Todd Smith Beat Punishers. I got 2 pages on there. And those are the easiest ways to get a hold of me. You know what I mean? If you want to come on to this show and you want to be a guest like I am right now, it's Todd Smith, music director at gmail.com. And then send me your music, your a link to a or a YouTube or Apple Music, I'll check it out and I'll let you know if that's something we can work with.
Hey man, that's right, man. You gotta want to get your music on, man. That's the best way to do it. Because if you send it to me, I'm gonna send it right to him.
Right.
I stay in my lane. I tell everybody that, man. I stay in my lane. Hey, I have not booked the show since the first two, so I stay in my lane.
Right.
Um,
Right.
it's now all on him, so he gets.
Yeah.
I get the information. I send it over to him, man. Hey, bro, always very professional, man. Always a pleasure, man. I
Yes,
always
sir.
tell everybody this, man. You're part of the family now, so you got
Yes,
something
sir.
new you want to debut. You got something new you want to put out there, talk about, man.
Yeah.
Bring it to us first, bro. We'll
Right.
get it
Right.
on for you, man.
Right.
So we appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Much love to you and your family, man. You stay blessed, my brother. And I'll
You do the
talk to you
same, bro.
soon, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Peace.
you, man.
Yep.
For sure, man.
Appreciate
For sure.
you.
Man, you rocking with your boy, man, Jay Adams, man, on the West Coast Heavies podcast, man. West Coast Heavies TV podcast. Been another great Sunday, man. It's a beautiful day outside in California. The homies is out here low riding. Gonna try to go catch them for a minute. They out here in Compton today. We was in Long Beach yesterday, so I'm gonna go catch the homies, catch a couple flicks, you know what I'm saying? So, man, it's a great day today, man. We had another great interview, man. Really knowledgeable brother, man. I try to only bring the best, man, certified on the show, bro. Like, that was some knowledge, man. And then he's part of the family. So if you got information, like, he's good to run beats by. He's good to run ideas by, man. He's very, very smart, man. Like, Todd is like, he's a smart dude, man. So we just a pleasure to have him. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. So once again, man, like, share, tap in, Biz Entertainment Network. Shout out to Cheeky Moments, man, out there doing their thing. We'll be back at y'all, man, next week. Follow me everywhere on social media, J Adams, WCH, West Coast Heavies 101 at gmail.com. The next time, next Sunday, same time, same place, man. I love y'all. Peace. I'm out. So what's up? I can't hear you. Jay,
talk to him. All right, G Pop. I wanted to talk to him, man. I wanted to get in here to the live. I was dealing with like the session here. Then I had a person came. I had a session
you
there.
said you had a session, bro.
Huh?
I forgot you said you had a session.
Nah, it was just, it was just a little studio session. A person came in, they were trying to get some studio time. We was kind of talk about some logistics and stuff. And then there was my G Pops came in with his ordeal, with the, studio had some things to correct out. And then I was, getting the stream and all of this stuff kind of set up for you. And, so I was kind of like back and forth, but I wanted to really like talk to my guy Ty, man.
He an interesting dude, man, for real, bro. I wish you could have got a couple verbs in with him because he's a yeah, man, he an interesting dude, man, for real.
Because the reason why, because I know we're gonna end it live in a second, but the reason why, because I wanted to be able to talk to him about artists. I think a lot of managers fuck with artists just because, like,
right.
Like, why even fuck with these artists? You get what I mean? If they're full of shit, why do we fuck with these artists?
I think sometimes, bro, it comes up until, you either make believe yourself they're going somewhere, or you know what though? A lot of managers want to be seen though, bro. That's a sad, honest truth. A lot of it is people want to be seen, bro. It's got to be real with you. Because if you know good and damn well you don't have a plan. See, it's one thing to have a plan, right? Like, to me, a manager has to have a plan. It's just like managing a McDonald's. It's no different. How am I going to make this into a profit? Now, whether the artist listens or not, that's the next level. But you shouldn't be managing nothing you don't have a plan. If you're just trying to be seen, get you some booty. I mean, just keep it real. I mean, this lifestyle that everybody sees so glamorous, your artists on tour, like this and that, and doing shows and in the studio. A lot of times, to me, man, it's a clout thing.
Okay, my whole take on that too, but I didn't say it that way. It's a good one. But on some heavy shit, most of these managers are fucking with these artists with kind of what you say, and on kind of quote unquote belief, right? In the sense of it'll come out good. They have prosperity on the artist. They're looking for longevity, right? But then you hear them say, most of these artists ain't shit. A lot of them ain't paying their way. A lot of them ain't stand up to the toes. And it's like, well, why do you fuck with these artists? Why do we spend the time to really continue fucking with these artists that ain't about shit?
Maybe you don't know they not shit about shit up top, bro. Maybe you don't know that. You should know that, but I mean, maybe you don't know that.
But Big Brody, what does that mean? You have to search the nigga.
Talking about you and me.
I know, but I'm just you
ain't finna let because you know your ass ain't finna let the session go 5 more minutes. You know you gonna say, this is a PSA from J. Adams. If you know you ain't shit, don't go in the studio with this dude. That's a show in itself. I want some Oh, you already know, man. We ain't talking about you, man. It's me, man. Come on, bro.
But I just don't find it pleasing when I'm like, managers should do research on the artist before they do business with them.
Oh man, what's that? Hey, what's that movie when they always say message? What the way? Message. Like, nigga, you should do a clip and put that on top of your clip. Message.
Message.
Managers should do their research. Facts.
Right.
Facts.
You gonna get mad at the artist when that nigga been that from the get-go, just like a relationship.
Hey, from the giddy up, he been like that. All right, man, have a good one, son.
And you gonna get mad because, like, I've been putting all this work, I'm paying all this money. What was he doing from the beginning?
Hey, nothing.
Nothing.
Biz is a monster, boy. I said you the meanest dude on the planet. He has no shade and no humility. It's Biz. Hey. Oh my gosh, man. That's some real shit though, bro. Damn, that's real.
fucked up though. But I'm like, and then I get it for the artists that are really good. Vice versa, they're getting with managers that say they can do the job and they can't. Cool, I get that. But a lot of times I hear managers or different people in that statue would always say the artists don't fucking pay their way. Or the artists don't fucking. I'm like, why are you still messing with those artists?
Yeah. Facts,
like,
man.
It's like Cat Williams said, like, oh, she said, oh man, ain't shit. No, bitch, it's someone with your pussy, bitch. It's you ain't shit, bitch. Like, you got ain't shit good.
Hey, for real though, man. I mean, hey, I be hearing some stuff, bro. I'm like this, man. If an artist ain't got it, man, they just ain't got it, bro. Everybody ain't meant to be in this game, bro. It need to be more people saying that, though. It's too much bullshit out here, man. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's like what Todd said. That's one of the worst ways to get at me, man, is on social media, because I don't even play it no more, dog. Bro, I can't even tell how many times I done pressed play, bro, and I've been like, I don't even advocate suicide. I might get in trouble for saying this, but I mean, you know.
I don't listen to other people's music unless you're my boy.
Right.
Unless
I don't listen to it.
I don't listen to other people's music. Guys be like, I got a chick right now. Hey Biz, because I'm remixing her shit, right? And she's like, hey Biz, you want to hear the original of the mix, and then you could do it to this mix, right? No, like, nah, don't work like, well, you want to hear the construction of? No.
Nah, it don't work like that.
Nah, I don't want to hear.
You don't want to hear that.
I don't. And she was like, oh wow. And a lot of time I wanted to be part of the story. I wanted to be a part of the story. Jay Adams. You hear her record now? Nigga, she like, oh my. She was like, Biz, you are the shit. I said,
yeah,
that's why they paid me $2,000 every track to do that, to do exactly what I did for you. They paid me $2,000 for this work. This is why, because they know no matter what, if Biz get on it, you might as well just pay him it. Because if you're trying to leave him on it, your record's going to go crazy. Like this record that she got is going to go crazy. And she's going to make X amount of dollars off of it. But I'm taking majority publishing. Because I'm giving you my top quality job. But I'm giving, it's like me telling her, hey, this is what I can do before this. But because of this, I'm going to receive this. Or if not, it's going to cost this.
So for the two, so you taking most of the publishing, more the publishing on?
Right.
I got you. Okay.
Right, and I'm not taking all, everything, but I'm taking some of the publishing, like with, as far as producing credits.
Okay.
And songwriting, because I'm structuring the song. Like I took a piece of the hook verse, blended that with the hook and all type of shit. You're rewriting the song now.
Yeah, but she got to look at what she would have been paying, or what that's really worth versus she would have been at a label, bro.
Preach.
She ain't losing.
Come on. Preach.
She ain't losing.
Losing.
We can get on a whiteboard and go comparison. I mean, we know it. I know what that's worth. I mean,
if you hear, I'm not joking. I ain't boosting my fucking sound, man. People, if you hear what her record sound before and hear what I have now, you be like, there has to be. This artist sound like a signed artist. This artist sound like an up and coming artist, but this artist sound like a signed artist.
Wow,
that's the difference. People don't understand that part. You don't want to sound like an up and coming artist. You want to sound like a signed artist.
Man, I say that again. I love that, bro, because a lot of managers and A&Rs are new artists, man. They say, well, let's push them like a new artist. And it's like you said. I ain't heard nobody say that, bro.
Nigga, I don't want to sound like an independent artist.
I like that. You want to sound like a signed artist. I like that, man. Yeah, I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that.
You hear a signed artist quality of music, totally different from an independent artist music.
Totally different, bro.
Totally. The mix, the vibe, it's just different.
Hey, but when you be sending records that ain't even mixed, though, bro, your stuff be sounding like you can tell, bro. You know what? You can tell your shit is right, bro, because it ain't even mixed and it's right. It's like
But I because I've done that. I've done what I'm talking about now. I'm like, okay, I want to sound like the signed artist. I want you to hear a record and be like, damn, he signed. Even if it's my rough mix.
Right.
I still want my rough mix to come out like, damn, is this shit already out now or whatever? You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. Just by leading by example, man. And see, that's the most important thing, man, is that leading by example. And see, that, like I've been telling you before, bro, we need to get us a spot. I mean, I got an almost free spot right now, but we need to find us a spot where we're not paying that much money. We need to start doing these live shows with, like, you being the headliner at the end of the night. We need to start doing these little knowledge info-based showcases, man. Showing these artists, bro, because I hear so much stuff, bro, for real. People be wasting their time and their money in the studio, dog. They be wasting their time and their money, bro.
I told the cat, like, honestly, I told him, I was like, honestly, I would love to work with you. You just can't afford me.
Right.
And he said, oh, that's pretty mean. I was like, okay, cool. Can you pay $2,000 every record? Like two grand? Like $2,000 every record. And the reason why I would give you the attributes to make more, you know, that comes with a press release, EPK, the whole little package thing, right? Come with a whole little nice little package thing, like set you up for the count. You'd be ready for touring, you'd be ready for all that. But because of what I do in the production realm and the choreographing songs and shit like that, because of what I do, that's gonna cost you. Now you could do it in payment plans. Shit, we could do a whole year deal. You know what I mean? Like, people think you got to do everything all at once, and I'm like, well, nah, you could do payment plans. Like, I do with this subscription.
Right.
I'll hit artists. They'll hit me for 3 songs. We'll do $6,000 at the end of the year, right? Because that's the whole thing, $6,000. That's 3 records, right? So I'm giving them the attributes on not only, well, how can I make this money back? That's not my job. But you know what? I'm going to show you how to. You don't go to fucking Nike and ask Nike, how do you make your money back when you buy a pair of Jordans? Right?
No, you don't.
You don't. Who does that? Who does that? Like, you look stupid. Hey, man, I just bought these new Jordans. I want to know, how can I make my money back from these? But you go tell another motherfucker who you feel is not quote unquote equivalent to that standard of Nike or whatever. Yo, I'm gonna pay this $2,000, but can I make? You don't tell that to your fucking landlord. Hey, landlord, how can I make my money back from this $2,000 I'm paying on rent?
For real.
They gonna be like,
how can I make this money back? Yeah, exactly. You ain't gonna get no answer for that. Exactly.
But you know what? Biz is different. I'm gonna help you on that. I'm gonna show you on that. You know what I mean? Who tells you that? Nobody fucking no, come on, man. I'm just saying, before we end the live, you know what I mean? I just kind of, wanted to put that out there in the people's face. Like, we're being very transparent. Like, nobody fucking, you look stupid when you ask some motherfucker. Go ask Pharrell. Hey, Pharrell. And then people say, well, you're not a Pharrell. You know what I mean? Tribe. That's right. Oh, I like the new pic. Look at that, Miss Maria. I like the new pic.
You got a new pic up there?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Artists have to understand, like, it's not all on the manager's fault, right? He's like, oh, my manager is this, or my manager. I see these cats now, they be like, no, my manager is this person, and my manager is that person, right? And it's like, well, how much money your manager put in your pocket? Oh, the niggas get like perplexed and shit. I mean, they get all perplexed.
Why they getting all perplexed?
Look, they be like, what you mean? Instead of reversing the conversation and saying, you know what? I put money in my manager's pocket because that's my job as an artist.
But see, that's one thing. See, that's one thing that artists don't get to, though, bro. That's one thing artists don't get, though. Artists don't get, man. There's no need for management when you don't have business generating. It's like it's so difficult, man, that I just tell artists to go read books, man. I tell them to go research now because you gotta have a way, man, to make some money that even makes sense, bro. A lot of artists just don't have ways
Why
to
you
make
think I
sense.
never? I'm so sorry to cut you off, but why you? Because you hitting it right on the point. But like, why you think I never like cold heartedly say, like, you know, Jay Adams, I want you to be my manager. I never cold heartedly said that because I know it's going to take a finance to be able to work that. Even when you would tell me, you know what, bro, it takes finance to work these things. It takes finance to work these things, and I'm like, you know what, Jay Adams is right. It takes finance to put a fucking video shoot together. It takes finance to, you know what I mean, to do music photo shoots and set up ads and run your channels and put all these elements together. It takes finance. It takes a lot of work in finance. You're right. But until the artists understand that point, there's no need for him to get a manager. I used to have a manager that used to manage Will I Am, and he would tell me all the time, like, Biz, what is there to manage? I need something to manage. You got to give me something to manage. A lot of time artists don't have shit to manage. They just have music. What? I
It's
can't
gotta be
manage.
more. It's gotta be
You're
more.
not working. You just putting out music. You want me to manage your day-to-day life, or you going to the studio?
It's got to be more to it than that, man. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got
It's got to
photo
be more to that. It's got to be a way to it's got to be a way to generate revenue. Like I was talking to a manager the other day, and I could tell he was trying to pick my brain, but without giving him no game, he kept asking me about what I would do if that was his artist. He's not even understanding, bro. I look at videos on YouTube as how to generate money. Like I look at everything on how to generate money, and it all leads to one thing. And it's like he didn't understand that I could take, like, literally, bro. Like I literally created this venue. It looks nothing like what I know I can make it look like, but most people don't have vision. Like I've gone into places. I mean, I got construction crews. I got decorators. Most people don't understand how easy it is to take something. As long as you got something, I can take it and make something out of it. But a lot of artists don't even get the main thing, like Todd was talking about. Like, you gotta have at least good music, bro. You gotta have good music, good visuals.
But
Gotta have
come
good
on.
shit like that, bro.
Now I'm gonna go a little deeper before we end, bro. Good music ain't gonna take you far though. It ain't.
But it's a start though, because you gotta have that.
It ain't gonna take you far. We know a gang of motherfuckers who got whack ass music and they're phew.
Yeah, but that's a gimmick though. That's you don't want to build your career on luck. Because I mean, you gotta put. I always tell people you gotta put
But
at least
they're
10% luck on in your business
But-
plan.
But they're there. They are there. They have
Yeah,
the
I got a new. I mean, that's true. I got a new client that called me the other day. He got 100 million streams on YouTube. I mean, on Spotify. But I was real with him. I said, okay, let's take this lucky situation. Cause that's not a let's not confuse luck and business. That's not a business situation. He got 100 million views on luck. Something he did went viral. That's luck. That's like going to the casino. That is not a business. There was no strategy involved. That shit was luck. You did something, didn't know it was gonna do something. You put that shit out there. People picked it up. TikTok picked it up. You got 100 million views. But what I told him, honestly, this I said, okay, look, let's take this lucky ass box that you got, and let's put a real strategy behind that, and go make something that we can really quantify and qualify. Because you can't qualify luck. You know, you got to be thankful for it, but you can't quantify luck. It's luck.
It's like it's a business, right? And if you take a business and your business went viral, your product all of a sudden went viral. Well, why aren't you not making more product like that, right? Most people don't figure out the fucking science of what it takes to figure that out. How did you do that? And you need to replicate that. They just worry about putting out the content. Oh, we made a content about bananas and went viral. Let's make another content about bananas. No, figure out why did this go viral. Figure out the science of why this went viral. And cats don't spend the time out to do that. Those are the things.
Yeah, that's another level. I would come to somebody like I might bring this to you. I might bring that to somebody like you because that's not my gift. My gift is I'm gonna always believe that's luck. My daddy never raised me to do business on luck, so I'm very, very analytical. You know, I use experience and analytics. But what you just said is major. But I would have to come get somebody because I look at it like this. What this dude did to me, it's no way he could have known it was gonna go viral, bro. Because it's stupid. It's like who would even know it was a market for it because there's like nobody doing what he's doing right now. Nobody. So it's like he really couldn't quantify that. Like I taught that you cannot quantify that. It's like, you know how they say in science.
Only way you can quantify that is if those people turn into real followers. And then those followers turn into fans. You get what I mean? So that's the only way. Right. That's the only way you can kind of quantify that in the sense of like, okay, let's break this down in quantity, see what we got here. Right. But that comes from that discovering why did this go viral? Oh, they like the color shirt you wear and the fact that you get what I mean? Like there's things of why people went viral and a lot of people don't figure that out. And once they figure it out, it's like a business. When you're running a business, you know what I mean? Figure out what made your product go crazy. How did it sell so much? Right? Was it the way you sold it? Was it something you said? Was it something you tagged?
Right.
Like who is that community that bought into this product and discover that community and sell straight to that community? Stop trying to sell to all of America until all of America take hint to your product.
Man, I'm glad you said that, bro, because that's exactly as soon as I get this contract signed. Because you know what, man, I look at it like this, bro. So here's the funny thing that I realized about my company. It's like Todd said, right? There's so much bullshit out here, right? Where I feel like my company really like capitalizes off of. Like when I found this dude, well, I didn't find him. This dude found me, right? I referred to me. He has nothing in place of what you just said. So where I come in at is real company, entertainment company, real bank account, could put out real paperwork, could put out real proposals like today. So my benefit is he may be selling merch on a little level, but he's not selling merch and he ain't coming up with, like you just said, a whole plan. Like that's what he don't need. So then here's where I have a hard time at, right? I tell guys like this, right? I don't need to charge you the going rate for what Biz just said. What I need you to do is sign a contract with me to do a show. And don't ask how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, who, what, when, why, and where, because I ain't gonna tell you none of my secrets.
Right, but my thing is, right, and my thing is I'm gonna challenge that and I'm gonna counteract that and I'm gonna say there's no way to accurately pinpoint that he will have a turnout show.
Yeah,
like
it is,
there's
though,
no
bro.
point to say that.
It is a point. Because number one, it is. And see, we shouldn't be saying this on live, but we'll give it away. It is. Because I would go get somebody like you and me. See, I know me alone. See, every time I do an event, bro, it's like this. In 2023, I charge people based on what I know I could do myself. Like I know Jay Adams alone has a fan base. I could move at least 25 tickets on myself. I'm building WestCoast Heavies podcast to have their own fan base. So I expect anything that I do in 2023, I sell artists based on what I know I could do myself.
But you're talking about that has 100 million fucking streams.
But that doesn't, but like I told him, that don't mean nothing though, bro.
Right.
Because it only matters how many people is buying. Exactly.
Right, but I could not book an artist based off of one record or one stream of a video that went viral. I can't like say, okay, if we do a show on you, you're gonna bring out X amount of people. I can't.
The only reason you saying that is because you don't see the technology that I own. I can do that because I can take those 100 million people and I can put them into a database that I already have, and I can send out. I'm giving away a lot of game right now, but let's just say I own the database to be able to take that. And I can turn that into a marketing funnel. So I can do that. That's why
streams and followers are two different things.
No. Because if you got the streams, right? If you got the streams, all it takes is the research to find out how many of those Like I told him, the first thing I got to do is see how many of those streams turned into actually quantitative data that I can get off Facebook. If they're just streams, then I can't use that. I have to be able to get the streams that went from streams to doing what you said do, going to your YouTube, subscribing, or going to your Instagram. That's when the quantitative data comes in that I can help.
That's what I said earlier, right? That's the only way you can significantly say that he has a fan base. But that's still not to say that those fans will actually come out. The only way I would make
when you have the tools that I have, when you have the tools that I have, you don't worry about that. You just always use a magical number.
Okay, I'm gonna give you something.
I can get 10 artists to give me $250 either day of the week. That's $2,500. So I always had that. So that's like a drug dealer. I always had that cash in my pocket.
I'm gonna give you a plug. I'm gonna throw a plug out there. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The only way I would say it'd be profitable money to make off this cat, right? He done 100 million streams. Now think of this, right? Think of this. Mm-hmm. I have a better opportunity to put a fucking t-shirt on this nigga and to him to replicate that video, and that video hitting 50 million or 30 million streams, right? I have a better opportunity of doing that than doing the show, than booking him at a live show.
But you're still utilizing business expertise. You're not utilizing that. I got 6 promoters that I work with. There's everybody, bro.
Okay, wait. You just missed the point. You missed it.
No. That's what I said. No. I would get you for that. But the reason I said I would do a show is because that's my lane.
I just smashed you though. I just smashed you though. You know why?
No, you didn't smash me because
I'm showing you something. Wait. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm showing you something here. The reason why I would have a better outcome with you doing the show and me having him put on the t-shirt and having that video go to at least 30. Shit, fuck it. I'll take 10 million. I'll take 10% of what he did. Right? Okay. At 10 million people, him putting on a fucking t-shirt. Take that same t-shirt, you break that down to a 1% ratio. That's 100,000 people purchasing a $10 shirt. How much is that? Thank you. $1 million? Yes. Let me have it. Let's go, buddy.
Biz, we're saying Biz. We're saying the same marketing plan. We're saying the same marketing plan. Everything I do, you didn't hear the part where me and Todd was talking. Everything I do in 2023, bro, it comes with merchandising and shows. Merchandising is always involved. I own my own ticket link. I own my own merchandise platform. You're exactly right. I don't turn down shows because shows for me turn into live shows. I have over 11 million verifiable email lists. So I never turn down shows and merch. I'm just saying, if I think it's fire enough, like I would raise the money to produce a show on you. I think it's fire enough. I was never there. I feel like where I'm at now as a producer in 2023, I don't know many producers that can say what I say. I don't really care what the artist's bag is. If it's a real, like, if you got something that I look at, okay,
that's I can a real that, bag, bro. Come on. Bro, I wouldn't. I would do that, then get the milli, then book the artist for a show, then triple my money, right? Then do the whole same thing, replicate it over again. I'm just saying, why? I'm just giving ideas. People can take them. Hey, y'all can get these tips. I'm just throwing free game out there. I'm just saying, it's just like if you already got the number, it's like, why would I even think about? I would rather have a bag to set up a show, like a big bag to set up a show, because we already know how shows are. It's an up and down market, right? We already know how the show business is. You can hit and miss, right? Yeah, you can get artists to pay to get on. Yeah, we can book a dope ass artist to do the show that would help sell a lot of fucking tickets, right? I think I saw Omarion was like 25. It was like $25K to perform. Omarion, $25K. So if you book the show with Omarion, so you did this thing with this artist, you made $1 million income off of 10 million people purchase, 100,000 people purchasing a T-shirt at $10. You made a bit. You made $1 million. You take that $1 million and go branch off, do a big ass West Coast Heavy show. Then you get motherfucking Omarion. You maybe book the baby. You may book a couple other people, right? But you already see a gross income of the show about maybe 1.2, 1.3. But you probably put in about maybe a few $100,000 to book artists, book the stage, all that shit, set the venue, right? But you're probably looking at about 1.3. And the reason why I'm saying that, because not only that you doubled, you actually can put back into the other artist that has the 100 million.
True.
And can keep, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's how the game should be worked. Like I'm on Biz Ovation on Wednesday. I'm doing a whole like music. Like I'm gonna just start just doing like this is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just like,
Right.
look, man, like, and then you know what I mean. But if cats asked, or if cats like, yo, what if I had this, or you know what I mean, I'll give out my theory. This is my theory. You could take it if you want. You know what I mean? But that's just my theory. You know what I mean? And generally, if you break shit down in a 1% ratio, you should never lose.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? If you clear things at, if you clear your budget at a 1% ratio, look, my budget has 1% ratio. What? And I could put everything on. Like if I know I'm gonna gross 100,000 at this show or something, I'm trying to make my budget around 10K.
Hey man, hey, for real, if you can do that, hell yeah.
But you can think about it. If you do a ticket price, you set up the right market, you hit the right group of people, you hit the right target, you'll do that 100K easy. You'll do that 100K. What's 100K is what, like 10,000 people paying what, $100? You know what I mean? What is that? 1,000 people paying $1,000? You can set up a yearly event. It's a 3-day retreat or some shit like that. $500 a day. Cost you $1,000 or some shit. You know what I mean? You had 1,000 people show up, you know, type shit. You got a big artist, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know what I mean? You can just so many ways that you can, like, you know what I mean, do shit like that. And that's
I like that, man. We're gonna have to talk about that more, man. I like that.
Man,
I'm gonna talk to his booking manager today, man. I'm gonna see what I can get them to do.
Man,
I like that. We're gonna do something with that.
It's facts. We'll get him
right
back
now,
off.
I could build the t-shirt line, but what I gotta figure out now is what I'm still working on is
we'll get into the back office. I'm gonna go into the back office. Yo, people, y'all ain't with Jay Adams, man. Jay Adams going in the show, but y'all ain't with Jay Adams. I'm gonna get up out of here. I just wanted to come bother you a little bit. That's all.
For sure. See y'all next week.
I heard my guy Todd over here dropping game, and I wanted to talk to him, man. I wanted to chop it up with him. I really want to get to a point to where I can have managers, I can have companies, I can have CEOs tuning in to like, look, we got to watch this nigga Biz. Like, this nigga Biz be breaking down this whole artist. And the way he thinks about it is just like, just pick his brain, watch. You know what I mean? Just watch your show. You know what I mean? Just bring up managers. And like, I'll challenge these niggas. Like, I'll challenge them. Like,
right.
Nigga, man, you know what I mean? Like, I'll challenge. I'm like, nah, nigga, you ain't making money like you should. Not from your artist like you should. You got an artist you manage? Oh, yeah, I got an artist I manage. How many followers they got? They got about 5,000. How much did you guys do in revenue? Well, we're not really making no money right now. We know we're doing a bunch of, you know what I mean, getting artists on, you know, some shows. Man, these few people, man. All right, cool. I can't even talk to you, my nigga. What you mean? What you mean I can't have a conversation with you, nigga? You don't even know how to make your artists some money. The artists obviously don't know how. They made you the CEO now. See, a lot of artists is dealing with their fucking managers or CEOs. Like, how you gonna be a CEO and a manager? So they call you to make all the moves, but then like make sure you're the one. What I got next? But nigga, you ain't signed. You know what I
mean? Nah, for real, you ain't signed at all. Yeah. at
Ain't
all.
no fucking what do I do next,
What
nigga?
do I do
I'm the
next, nigga?
manager. I'm supposed to manage what you do. The fuck? How does that make any sense? Jay Adams. I don't know if it catch
It
really
doesn't.
like,
That makes no sense, bro.
you know what I mean?
It makes
Oh
no
no,
sense.
this nigga Biz out here wild. He telling niggas don't be managing, artists don't be managing. You know what I mean? Well, artists don't know what they doing. Yeah, nigga, I'm telling you niggas that a lot of times y'all be fucking with some shit that you don't know what you're getting into, and you in the way. You're in the way of the motherfuckers who do this shit for real, for real.
Mhm.
Niggas love the lane that they in. They ain't trying to
That's
be the
what
artist. They want to be the manager. They ain't trying to be the manager. They want to be the artist. They ain't trying to be the fucking the photographer. They
real. They
want to
want
be the
to
videographer.
stay in their lane, right? They
They
want
want
to
to
stay in
stay in
their
their
lane,
lane. You,
right?
like a lot of y'all are in the way from cats who just want to stay in their lane. You're in the way. We need to get you up out of here because you ain't thought of the game the way the game should be really thought of. That's why I'm saying, like, if I can be the one to help shave the bullshit or get motherfuckers' mind stay right, like, oh nah, my manager is the shit. Whoop, whoop, nah, nigga, we made 100K. Da 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 da. Blah blah. Hey man, congratulations. You guys figured it out. You guys figured out something. You know what I mean? Like, cool. You guys doing something. Whether you continually to do that, whether you have a trust fund to put that money in, whether your management company, whether you turned your manager into a company,
Right.
whether you know what I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
I that's a whole nother level. But I'm just saying, as of right now, at least you make it. You know what I mean?
At least you making it. At least you making some
Making
work.
some money,
Making
right?
something do what it do. Yeah,
Doing
you making
something,
something
right?
do it.
But a lot of
Yeah,
cats,
exactly.
man,
Exactly.
I don't know. I need to go tour. I'm trying to tour. I'm trying to do shows. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. Well, a lot of y'all going the wrong fucking way. Cause you niggas is going the opposite way of trying to do shows. You niggas is going in some weird ways. As y'all niggas be nigga kissing ass to get on the show. Y'all niggas be, you know what I mean? Like, I got to show up to this. I got to hang out here to go do this show.
It's real
Or,
weird. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
like, come on, man. Like, dude, like, if you good at what you do, you're going to get a show. You go at people who's booking shows, and that's the thing that people don't get it. They get it twisted. Oh, no, you know what I mean? I'm going to set up the own. My manager got it. And it's like, bro, your manager may not know of that show that's coming up, and you found out. Oh, well, I'm going to hit my manager up about it. Well, nigga, some people don't want to deal with your manager all the time. They want to deal with the artist. What are you going to do about that? You going to lose the money now? No, if you can't talk to me, if you can't talk to my manager, you can't talk to me. Nigga, you better get your dumb ass, set that bullshit up, put that shit on speakerphone, nigga.
It's
The
crazy.
fuck?
It's crazy, man.
I'm just saying, man, shit be wild, man. Artists don't be, man. A lot of cats, I could talk about this shit all day, man. This is like, I'm an expert at this shit because I've seen it so much. I've seen cats come at managers like the manager is wrong for everything. Like it's the manager's fault that they didn't make it where they make it. And the manager's like, nigga, all I did was manage. I'm not now I can act as a label, but then now I'm in a position to do what I want to do now.
Yeah, but it's just levels, bro. Everybody got to understand the level they on, though, bro. It's just you really like everything has to be. Everything cannot be relative, bro. There are absolute things in this business. Like you have to understand. All I'm saying is what your role is and what you are looking for, and actually what you want. You can't be all over the place. Managers have certain roles. You know what I'm saying? Artists have certain roles,
And they should stay in those roles.
Yeah, but that shit is blurred a lot today, though. Because a lot of people have no type of education on what they're trying to do, whether it's being an artist or being in the management.
That's why I'm bringing that shit out. Because a lot of artists should be managers. Motherfucker, you work better at managers. Yeah, you may have a voice. Yeah, you may have a cool little body or whatever, homegirl, but you may not have the charisma to be a star. You may not have the stage presence. You may be a great manager who looks really fucking great. Like, I don't understand. Like, everybody can't be it.
Right.
Yeah, everybody can't. Like, you have to notice what you're good at. Now, we can all have the love for music, but not everybody can play music. It's a difference. It's a difference.
Big difference, bro.
Big difference.
That's all we point out, man. It's just a big difference. You just got to understand the levels, man. That's all I like to say. You got to understand the levels. If you don't understand the levels, that's where you got to start.
That's why I said they don't get somebody like you, somebody that will actually listen to the artist, somebody that will actually listen to the artist's music, somebody that will actually understand who the fucking, somebody that will actually like genuinely understand who the artist is, right? Look, hey, I don't really do the management role, but I can help out in these ways. I can help get this, I can help get that. You know what I mean? Blase, blase. Yes, I used to manage, but that's not the lane I'm in. But I can help you out in different ways. I'm loving the music. I'm willing to listen to it more. Blase. You know what I mean? Like, you could trust that person a lot more. You can be like, yo, I got a record. What, you know, let me know what you think. You know, they got a good ear for music. So you can trust their ear on music, and they're gonna give you a true opinion. That's what you have to understand, and like, I mean, not you, but people have to understand that. You know what I mean? Like, as an artist, like, you need to get you somebody that's gonna genuinely care about the culture, who's gonna not give a fuck about you, but give a fuck about the sound that's going out. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference, bro. We need more of that, though, to be real with you, because we got so much
fluff.
so much garbage.
Niggas is caring about the motherfucking. Niggas is caring too much about the fucking artists. You know what I mean? Like, bro, before I go, I look, I'm gonna be at this shit all day. Look, before I go, Icy Spicy canceled her shows. At first, she was getting paid $3 to $4K. All right. Come to find out, Icy Spicy started canceling her shows because she knows she can get now $20 to $25K. And most immature person would say, hell yeah, let's stop that shit. Right? And I'm like, go do those shows. If that's what the schedule was, if you was getting paid $3 to $4 to do those shows and your record went big, okay, well, fuck it. But go do those shows. Get those shows out. Let them promoters know you really care. Let them promoters know, like, hey, on the next one, I got you, but on the next one, y'all gotta take care of me. You know what I mean? They gonna hold you down. Those promoters are gonna hold you down. Like, that's the importance. Just because you feel like you can get more money, now you ain't gonna fuck with those promoters no more. Cause you like, well, that little $3,000 or $4,000 that they giving me ain't shit no more. Cause I'm huge now. They should be paying me more money. And I'm like, that's wrong. If the contract was already set, if the deal was already set, just do the deal.
So she got out the deal?
Yeah, she got out the deal because her record went huge, and they call it Munch Girl. But her record went huge.
Oh, that's the one that went, because I was trying, because she sent us some outrageous prices for BET. And the whole team laughed. But I said, man, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I know she had a record that blew up. I done seen her on Shade Room, a couple other things. But I didn't know she was actually canceling shows she already had. Because she's offering for a nice size bag right now.
That's her peoples. That's that management. That's those motherfuckers in the background that just money hungry. That's how you know it ain't for the fucking culture. It's for the bag. It's for the money.
Yeah, man. I don't. Man, I'm kind of torn on that because
you ain't for the culture. You ain't for the culture. If you like, well, my record went big, so I'm gonna charge more money. Even though everybody love you now, and they're like, well, you can get 20, 30 bands now, because their team like, you can get 30, 20 to 25 bands. And then she started canceling shows like, well, y'all got to pay me this. They wouldn't pay, like, no, we can't pay you that. She was like, fuck it, I'm canceling it. Start canceling shows, and nigga, I'm like, why not? Lil Baby was like, yo, you should still do those shows. You can still keep your connect with the promoter.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You still keep your love through with the promoters, all the people that, helped you out, fucked with you. You know what I mean? You're going to need them in the long run. If something happen right now, well, your shit goes sour,
then what
you gonna do?
Exactly. You're gonna need them people you just told them to go fly somewhere else. You're gonna need that. You should have stayed with what you was doing, just kept it solid.
Yep.
Kept the relationship. Yeah, I would never advise my artist to do nothing like that, but I totally get, like, the bag she asked for. I was like, I totally get that, but I'm not paying that.
I wouldn't even did it. See, I'm more genuine. I would have did it for the culture because it's the music. See, I like music. That's the difference. I like music. It was the music part to me. I know y'all should pay me more because my record went huge now, but this was already set before the deal. Cool. All right, cool. Fuck it. Well, she had like 3 or 4 shows. Shit, I would have told him, yo, give me the 3 bands. Then I'm gonna need at least $5,000 worth of liquor. Oh, I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna need a hotel room that's at the Ritz-Carlton. That's at the top. Oh, I'm gonna get it out. You know what I mean? We gonna work it out. Oh, we gonna work it out. I ain't playing. See, that's the thing. You gotta mastermind this shit. It's called playing the fucking chess moves.
That's true.
That's chess moves right there. Oh yeah, y'all could. But look, y'all know my record did good. Y'all know I'm tight. Look, I need at least about I need at least about a couple $1,000 worth of liquor, and I need at least I need a Ritz-Carlton suite, along with the 5K. You got it.
Yeah, she should have just stayed with it, man. And
hey, nigga, they're gonna be like, you got it.
Hey, they know the value. They probably would have stayed with it and still gave her that.
They would have coughed that money up so fast. They would have coughed that deal up so fast, bro. Mm-hmm. You know they would have.
Yeah, they would have coughed that up, gave it to her.
Cause what? That's like $18K. That's like 20,000 right there. You get what I mean? Mm-hmm. Exactly what she would have been asking for. But now I want the 20K plus the hotel suite and this and that and that and that and that.
Yeah, but that shit still encourages me though, man, as a producer, man, and a manager. Like the bags I'm seeing these artists getting, we was talking about that too with Todd, man. Like that just encourages me because when I saw that number come across my phone, I was like, damn, they get it bags. Imagine I was just like, damn, imagine when I got an artist that's offered, because, man, they asked for a bag, bro. She asked for a lot more than 30,000. Man, they asked her, man, they get the bag for her right now.
Nigga, you get a record to go viral, niggas is taking 25 out the house, right? Cool, we get that. Right? Nigga, give me the 100 shows at 10.
No, I get you. The hard work does pay off, but I'm saying, man, that's
not hard work. 10,000 a show for 45.
Yeah, I know, because you're a real artist. I'm just saying. I'm looking at it.
45 minutes. Nigga, you know what's hard work is being on stage for 3 hours, 100 shows. Now that's hard work.
Right.
That's fucking pain. 3 hours on a show every day.
No. I totally get it from that. I was just looking at it from a business standpoint.
That's crazy. But 45 minutes.
I could get 75. If I could get 75,000 for my artist doing 45 minutes, I'm taking that all day.
Yeah.
I love the economics of the business. The money is going up.
But what if the show? But what if the show was already booked at 10, and now he went crazy huge?
Well, I mean, just because of me, you know what I'm saying? I'm more about the music, but I'm not going to cancel shows we already got. But that contract would immediately change, though.
Eminem did it. Eminem did it a gang of times. Like when his shit shot up, his show money went up to like 200K or some shit.
Yeah, you gotta eat while you gotta eat, man. It's the same thing I tell ball players, man. You gotta eat while you gotta eat. It's economics. While your demand is high and the supply is low, man, you gotta eat. I don't never tell nobody to turn no money down because you gotta eat because that shit ain't gonna last forever. So
you see what technically Ice Spice didn't turn down any money.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that what her price is now, like the relevant price that I just got last week in my text message from her team, I am not mad at that, is what I'm saying. You know, if you just did 2 of those a month, man, you eating. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at that, but yeah, I wouldn't cancel no shows I already had though, bro. I wouldn't be doing all that. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's a little bit extra. I ain't doing all that. If I already gave you my word, whether it's contracted or not, man. I mean, if I gave you my word, you know what I'm saying? We gonna ride this show out, but here go this rider I'm gonna need, like you said. All this liquor, all this food, the hotels, transportation. You can get all that back, but yeah, I wouldn't be canceling no shows. I know they was doing that.
So I'm trying to find how much it costs. I usually go to my show, how much a show would cost now. Let's see how much her tickets is, right? To go to Live Nation picked her up, right? And she has a show in Washington. Let's see how much her tickets is. She has a show in Washington. Her tickets right now, when you buy Live Nation gives you a check. So they're selling tickets for her. Oh, it's a festival. It's at a festival. So it's from $20 to $1,000, but that's a festival. So she's performing at a festival, and that's what they have on her, the upcoming event for her. So, but she's probably doing about maybe, 25. So Live Nation wrote her a check. That's what Live Nation do, write your check, and then you just go perform at all your shows.
Right.
But I'm gonna let you end it, big buddy.
All right, bro. I appreciate you, man. Once again, West Coast Heavies TV podcast, your man, J. Adams, man. Like, share, subscribe. Bears Entertainment Network, man. Peace.
In a town where them kids don't smile, but them guns come out to play. In California, where she found me in a hotel lobby, I was trying to find a place to stay. She said it's in my heart, the money goes and falls, but the hater we knock off, cause we can kill them all. Her love a disaster, but she could press the bar. Her love is a coma, but she killing me like la 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 la. Now I had to leave town, but she never made a sound when I told her that I'm leaving today. See, it was 30 years later when I woke up from my coma, that she told me you was California dreaming. You stay in my heart, the money goes and falls, but the hater we knock off, cause we can kill them all. Love a disaster, but she could raise the bar. Her love is a coma, but she killing me like la 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 la. La la la. How about you be buying up big like the wedding? When them trigger coming out, we come to play. In Miami, making love all on the ocean. She gon' love me, say the money and the thing.